Hi, I'm Thomas Woods, owner of Aunt Bee's Soul Food Restaurant here in Tupelo, Mississippi. Well, I guess some of my favorite memories at attending ICC, by the way, with IJC then, let you know how old I am, but I was playing football. Man, we had a great time, had a bunch of friends, and friends I still have today. Of course, we had Coach Eden. You know, Coach Egan was our head coach, and Coach Paul Johnson, he was one of our coaches, and man, we really had a great time, and we all, you know, we just had I guess the fondest thing is just those memories and the friends that I got through those years, and we still have them today. So I would say playing ball there was one of my favorite times. The education that I received from ICC really put me on my way to first knowing how to learn, and graduating from there, I had the confidence to go elsewhere. But the education that I got, and the teachers that worked with you and really spent time and really wanted to see you succeed. You know, I was the cameraman for the men and women's basketball team and the track team. So I was the videographer. The cameras that we toted then were a lot bigger than the ones you got now. but it was fun. I really enjoyed that, and it helped me out in my electronics career when I left IJC also. It really did help me out a lot. And, really enjoyed it. ICC. Yeah. I'm Thomas Woods, and I am ICC.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
Good evening and roll Tribe, ICC fans. Welcome to the Choice Pawn pregame show, coming to you from the bright light city of Scooba, Mississippi, as your ICC Indians are looking to play spoiler for the second straight week here as they take on #1 East Mississippi. Hi, everyone. I'm Adam Gore, and joining me on the call tonight, as always, is ICC Foundation Director, Mr. Jim Ingram. And Jim, another week for the Indians and another tough test in the MACJC.
Adam, every week is a tough week in MACJC, no matter who the opponent is. And, of course, tonight, being on the road against the #1 team in the nation will be tough.
Absolutely. Last week, our Indians knocked off the #5 Northwest Rangers in Fulton. This week, it's a different kind of beast for the good guys. I guess you can say, to put it plain and simple, Mr. Jim, East doesn't lose at home. I believe it's only happened once since they've opened this new field here, and you have to go all the way back to 2012 when Colin defeated the Lions 47-46 on a kickoff return with 9 seconds left in a playoff game. So 5 years is how far you have to go back to find out the last time the Lions lost here at home.
They take care of business at home. They got a great facility, great fans, and #1 thing, they have a great football team.
Absolutely. Well, it's been well documented, the type of pedigree that is attached to this East Mississippi football program and the expectations year in, year out for everyone here in Scooba. Now, when we come back, we'll take a deeper look at tonight's matchup between ICC and #1 East Mississippi as the countdown to the First American National Bank opening kickoff continues here on the Choice Pawn pregame show. You're listening to ICC Athletics on FM 95 Sports and watching live on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
From the moment they were young, you cheered them on. You defended them and you encouraged them. Why? Because as a child's parent, you are their greatest influence. You always wanted them to be better, accomplish more, and make a difference. We want that too. At Itawamba Community College, we give them the opportunity to live a life above the bar.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
And welcome back to the Choice Pawn pregame show, as we are about 15 minutes and 45 seconds away from that First American National Bank opening kickoff between your ICC Indians and the top-ranked East Mississippi Lions here in Scooba. I'm Adam Gore. Joining me in the ICC Foundation broadcast booth is, ironically enough, the ICC Foundation Director, Mr. Jim Ingram, who reminds you, for more information on the ICC Foundation and how you can help support ICC, you can visit the foundation page at iccms.edu. Now, Jim, last season it was a shootout between these two teams, with East escaping with a 44-42 victory. But offensively for the Indians, there are a lot of pieces missing going from the puzzle of last season. That includes guys like Peyton Bender, who threw for 566 yards and 3 touchdowns. Dorian Gaston, who caught 3 of those touchdown passes.
You're right, Adam. But, of course, Dan Ellington is back. And Dan has had a great 3 games so far, almost 1,000 yards of total offense to this point. We got great receivers. Terry Williams, of course, the All-American coming back. Got some different players, but Dan played a little bit last year in the game, and he's played so well so far this year.
Absolutely. Dan threw a touchdown pass in that game to Octavius Matthews, as you mentioned there. So new faces, new opportunities here for someone to step up tonight. Now, earlier in this week, Assistant Sports Information Director Lee Adams had a chance to catch up with Coach Sean Cannon to talk about tonight's game as we step inside Coach's Corner, served up by Little Caesars.
All right, Coach. Big exciting win here last week at home, but got another test against the top team in the nation on the road. Just talk a little bit about East Mississippi and what kind of challenges they present for you guys.
Yeah, last week I thought all 3 of our phases of our football team came into factor that game. Special teams came up big for us, defense, be able to get the turnovers and offense, made some crucial plays when we needed to, and just testing the kids working hard this last week in practice. And we've tried to simulate kind of what we're going to see this week on both sides of the football as much as we can. And we know it's going to be a tough test going down there, playing at their home stadium. It's always a great environment to play football in. So I think our kids are looking forward to the challenge we have ahead of us.
All right. Well, last week you talked about you all playing well in all aspects of the game. Just talk a little bit about the Bank of Okolona keys to victory on what it's going to take to win in Scooba.
We can't do anything to get us beat on special teams. They scored 3 touchdowns last week against Northeast on the 2 punt returns and 1 for a block, 1 block punt for a touchdown. So that was 21 points that their offense didn't have to generate. So we've got to make sure that part of the game is eliminated. So we got to play well there in special teams. Got to stay on the field on offense. And that's one thing we've tried to work this week, is staying ahead of the change, and trying to make some big plays when big plays come our way. And then, defensively, being able to control their offense. You go and look at their 3 wins that they've had. They big played everybody, and that's kind of been our focus this week, keeping the ball in front of us on defense, and that way we can hopefully force some drives, get some turnovers, that type thing. So, if I had to say what our keys would be, is offensively, nobody's really made a lot of big plays on us. That's one thing we've got to generate against them. Special teams, we've got to be able to, their return game is very dangerous, so we've got to make sure that we play keep away with that, don't give up anything cheap. And then generate a play on our side too. Last week we had the kickoff return there for a touchdown, a block field goal. So that 3rd phase of football that really was rarely talked about really came into play, and we got to do it this week as well. And then defensively, like I said, keep the ball in front of us, force them into making some mistakes, and giving our offense more possessions than what they have on their side of the ball.
Mr. Jim, you can kind of pick up on the message that Coach Sean Cannon was talking about there. It's been a lot of focus getting ready for this tough task tonight. You heard Coach Sean Cannon's keys to victory. Mr. Jim, what are your keys to victory for the Indians tonight? And as always, Mr. Jim's keys to victory are being brought to you by the ICC Wesley Foundation.
Well, I have to agree with Coach Cannon. He's talking about defensively, make them go the length of the field. Make them use 10 or 11 plays. Maybe we'll get a turnover. And let's win the kicking game again. Last week, Adam, I think the key way we won the game against Northwest is blocking the field goal and, of course, 95 yards on the kickoff return. Special teams is a third of the game. It's very important. So those are key tonight, making them go the length of the field and winning special teams.
And those are Mr. Jim's keys to victory being brought to you by the ICC Wesley Foundation. Remind you, they meet Tuesday nights at 7. They're located right across the street from the Davis Event Center there on campus in Fulton. Now, when we come back, we'll take with the Choice Pond pregame show, we'll take a look at tonight's Coca-Cola starting lineups for your Indians. Back with more on FM 95 Sports and Let's Go ICCTV.com.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pond loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pond in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePond.com.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare.
Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
When I grow up, I'm gonna redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
With Farm Bureau, you're getting local agents, great auto rates, and fast, friendly claims.
Great. Glad I went with Farm Bureau.
No, it's Farm Bureau.
Farv.
Say it with me. Farm.
Farv.
You know what? Doesn't matter. Either way, you're all set.
See? That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
For coverage you can't beat. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Best pizza, New York style.
No way. Chicago deep dish.
Nah. White pie.
Half veggies, half meat. Just cheese.
No. Pepperoni. Extra crunchy.
Chewy. Has to be gluten-free.
Top it with arugula.
No. Basil.
Eggplant.
Dude, really? That's not pizza. Come on.
Pizza. And a Coke.
You got that right. 2 Cokes, please.
My pizza goes best with a Coke.
An ice cold Coke.
Only with a Coke.
Plain and simple. One heartbeat. One heartbeat. That means you give everything you got for each other because you can't live without the other guy. So let's give everything we got. We got to stay together and we got to climb this mountain together. We've overcome tough odds. Let's go get this one. On 3, one heartbeat. 1, 2, 3. One heartbeat.
Upset the established order. Everything becomes chaos.
Chasing down a dream. I don't really care what they say about me. I sleep with them dead and gone. I'm chasing down a dream. A dream. A dream.
The world is ours.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pond loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pond in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePond.com.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move,
you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen, as we're just moments away from that First American National Bank opening kickoff between ICC and East Mississippi, about 6 minutes away, actually. And Mr. Jim, let's talk about tonight's Coca-Cola starting lineups. The video actually kind of came up missing now that we were typically playing that there. But Mr. Jim, I have the starters here offensively.
Go ahead, sir.
All right, starting on that offensive line at left tackle will be Galmore. Willis will be our left guard. Smithy will be center. Scholler will be at right guard, and Haynes will be our right tackle. At quarterback will be Dan Ellington. Running back will be Forsythe. Then our wide receivers will look like this: Malik Honeycutt, Terry Williams, Christian Salisbury, and Jamel Thomas. That will be our starters offensively for the Indians. Defensively for the Indians, the two deep. Looking at those real quick as we check it out. Defensive end will be starting Travis Salo. Then you have nose guard Justin Drake. Defensive tackle Sterling Stone. Bandit linebacker will be Q Lott. Another linebacker will be Atarius Moore. You've got Dalen Fox, and then Jarvis Hayes. And then in your secondary will be Tyrese Quinn, Devin Hollis, Quinshea Hurd, and David Little. That will be your Coca-Cola starting lineups tonight. And Mr. Jim, when we talk about Coca-Cola, you always have to bring up Buddy Long, doing a great job and longtime partner, not only with ICC Athletics, but with Itawamba Community College as a whole.
No doubt about it. We talk about Buddy and what Coca-Cola does. We talk about what they do for Itawamba Community College and exactly Northeast Mississippi in general.
Absolutely. We're going to take one more break, hear a few words from our sponsors, and we'll come back with that First American National Bank kickoff in about 4 minutes and 30 seconds here on FM 95 Sports and Let's Go ICCTV.com.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? But turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. Check out this week's specials.
Fresh cut bone-in beef, ribeye steaks, $6.98 per pound. Green seedless grapes, 99 cents per pound. And best choice oil, just $1.98.
At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
All right, we're back with one of the best dunkers in basketball. His name is Zach LaVine.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right, enough with the jibber jab. Let's roll Zach's top 10 dunks. Okay. Oh, look at that.
Hachi, chachi, dunky, rini.
Guys, these aren't my dunks. These are sandwiches.
Welcome to our house.
That's right. We live here.
You live here with the sandwiches?
No, I have a home and a wife and a child.
I live here with the sandwiches.
Try the new Dunked Ultimate Chicken Sandwich in 3 bold flavors and get half-price shakes and ice cream slushes after 8 p.m. This is how you sign it.
From the moment they were young, you cheered them on. You defended them and you encouraged them. Why? Because as a child's parent, you are their greatest influence. You always wanted them to be better, accomplish more, and make a difference. We want that too. At Itawamba Community College, we give them the opportunity to live a life above the bar.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
And welcome back to the Choice Pond pregame show as we're about a minute and 55 seconds away here from the First American National Bank kickoff between ICC and top-ranked East Mississippi. Mr. Jim, your final thoughts before we kick this thing off?
Adam, I'm ready for tonight. And last week, you know, we played Northwest in a very exciting football game. We led most of the game, and then Northwest took the lead in the fourth quarter, took the sail out of the fans. But our team, our offensive team, late in the fourth quarter went down the field, scored to win that game in a great upset. We have confidence. We need to start out strong tonight.
Absolutely. One thing I noticed before the game, as we're waiting for the teams to run out of the field here, one thing I noticed before the game, Mr. Jim, was how both teams, ICC and East Mississippi, were extremely loose and decided to play this game. That's one thing a lot of teams do when they come to East Mississippi. To put this into perspective for some of those that might be listening here on FM 95 Sports, old school Hamilton football teams. Hamilton was up 21 points mentally back in the day, or South Panola, more modern, up 20 points mentally because teams were intimidated. I didn't see them on the field tonight with the Indians.
I didn't either, and I think it was real. I think we were relaxed. And let's be honest, East Mississippi's a great team. They're number one in the nation for a reason. But we've got a good football team. We think we're ready tonight. I know the coaches are up. They're excited. Let's see what happens on the field.
Absolutely. You see the Indians coming together there as we're just about 30 seconds away from the First American National Bank opening kickoff here between ICC and East Mississippi. One more quick break, and we'll come back with that kickoff right after this on FM 95 Sports and Let'sGoICCTV.com. You're watching the Choice Pond pregame show.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pond loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pond in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePond.com.
From the moment they were young, you cheered them on. You defended them and you encouraged them. Why? Because as a child's parent, you are their greatest influence. You always wanted them to be better, accomplish more, and make a difference. We want that too. At Itawamba Community College, we give them the opportunity to live a life above the bar.
When I grow up, I'm gonna redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. We're just moments away from that First American National Bank opening kickoff here between ICC and the number one team in the country, East Mississippi, here in Scuba. ICC will be wearing the white tops and blue pants with the white stripe down the side. They'll have the traditional blue helmet with the Indian on the side of it. East Mississippi decked out in all red, metallic red helmets. Looks like maybe the lion on the side with white numerals there. So we're just moments away from this First American National Bank opening kickoff. This will come off the foot of Comer, Caleb Comer. He is a freshman out of Caledonia, and he will step into this one, and it will be a driving kick, and it's going to hit at the 15, picked up at about the 11 by East Mississippi, trying to get to the sidelines, and he's going to be hit and knocked out of bounds. Could have been a holding call that time.
No doubt about that.
But no flag was thrown on the play there. So, Mr. Jim, that's one thing that Coach Cannon said the Indians are going to have to limit tonight is some of the big play potential that the East Mississippi team has on special teams.
Make them make a long drive, Adam. Make 10 or 15 plays. Maybe we'll get a turnover, make them punt. We got to keep them in front of them, as he said tonight. Good play by Drake Wallace, knocking them out of bounds in.
Well, one thing East Mississippi likes to do, they like to run a tempo-style offense. First down and 10. Going to be a give up the middle, and the Indians going to hit him and stack him up. Minimum gain of maybe 1 on the play. So it should bring up a second down and 9 situation here for East Mississippi. And once again, quickly on top of the ball and ready to go here. So they're going to try to see if they can get the tempo going early. looking to pass, looking deep, got a man, and just in and out of the hands of the receiver there. And I tell you what, Mr. Jim, big-time break for the Indians.
No doubt about it. Daniel Corral, outstanding receiver from Meridian. He was open. It was a touchdown, but the ball was a little bit out of his reach. We blew a coverage. Live another play. Get yourself together. We got them 3rd and 9. Let's get off the field here.
Ball is on the 31-yard line. Clock is stopped with 14:34 as I've got to get the clock reset here. Now looking to start. Now nothing open deep. Pressure coming up the middle, and it's going to be hit and knocked down for a big loss there. Nice job by, I believe that was number 30, Salo, coming in and making the play.
Good job by Silo, the sophomore from Alabama. We make 3 and out, Adam. We like it. First series, 3 and out. 14 minutes, 10 seconds left in the first quarter. No score. East Mississippi and ICC.
And so now this will be a punting situation. This will be a punt brought to you by Little Caesars. Remind you get a single topping pizza for only $5. Hot and ready pizza there in Fulton. So this will be a punting situation coming up here for East Mississippi. High snap, was able to get a hand on it. Gets the kick away, and it's angled towards the sideline. Terry Williams going to go and field it. Now gets it across midfield, or maybe out at midfield, is where the Indians will have it 1st and 10. Jim, great job by the defense. Sets up the offense with pretty good field position. They're actually going to mark it, looks like down at maybe the 49-yard line, where the Indians will have it 1st and 10.
Good job by defense. Let me tell you what a play Terry Williams made then. They punted the ball away from him. He went on a sprint, caught the ball, got another 10 yards, got us in great field position at midfield. 1st and 10 Indians.
Absolutely. 13:45 to play here in the first quarter. Our scorebug clock is not wanting to work. It actually worked before the game, so we'll keep you updated on the time there for those watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com. 1st down and 10. Ball is at the midfield mark. Dan Ellington gets the snap. Now throws it downfield. He's got a man wide open out to the 30, down to the 25, and going to be tackled down around the 20. Boy, I tell you what, that was just wide open that time, as that was going to be number 1, Jamel Thomas, finding that seam or that crease in the defense and coming up with a big-time play.
Nice start, Adam. 30 yards. 1st and 10 Indians at the 20 of East Mississippi.
So the Indians, a bad snap.
Pick it up.
Ellington's just going to fall on top of it. Probably had a little bit more time could have picked it up and scooped it up that time, but instead a big loss there. So that one's going to set them back nearly a loss of 19 on the play, or excuse me, a loss of 15.
Yards.
Yeah, so a loss of 14.
Second and 24, Adam. We still got the ball at their 34-yard line. Game just started. 13 minutes left in the first quarter. ICC 0, East Mississippi 0.
And so it's going to be a 2nd down and long situation here for the Indians. Ellington gets the snap, looking to pass. Now he's going to set up the screen and just throws it too far. Boy, I tell you what, he had a convoy there in front of him, Mr. Jim, and just a tough break that time for the Indians.
No doubt. Set up beautifully. We faked the screen to the left, went back to the right. If he could have completed it, he had a long way to go, Adam, and I think we would have gotten the 1st down.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd down. 3rd down and 24 here for the Indians. 12:53 to play here in the first quarter. So ICC needs to pick up a lot of yardage here. Try to go with the screenplay, just let him a little too far. That's Dinkins going in motion. Now Ellington looking to run. Now steps back, throws it across the middle. He's got a man. Jump ball. Is it caught? It is! Touchdown Indians! What a play by the Indians.
Great pass and catch. Double covered. He caught the ball, Adam. We strike paid up first.
What a play. Jamel Thomas catching it with the defender all on top of him, was able to haul that one in, and the Indians strike first. They take a 6-0 lead, waiting the PAT here off the foot of Comer. Boy, we talked about needing a good start here. That was a big one.
Adam, it was 3rd and 24.
The kick is up, and the kick is good. The Indians lead it 7-0 here over East Mississippi. 12:44 to go here in the first quarter. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on FM 95 Sports and Let'sGoICCTV.com.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. ICC leads it 7-0 here over East Mississippi. A great start. The Indians score on their first possession of the game. And Mr. Jim, a big-time start to the contest there for the Indians.
No doubt about it, Adam. I think it was a 35-yard pass. It was 3rd and 24. We didn't panic, threw the ball down the middle, double coverage. Great job by Thomas catching the touchdown pass. And we take a 7-0 lead. As you mentioned, 12:44 left in the first quarter.
So this will be another kick here off the foot of Comer, and it's going to be a shallow kick, and he's called for a fair catch, but now they're going to let him go, return up the middle, and it's going to be shy of the 35. Actually, they're going to give him the 35-yard line, so a little confusion there. Good job by the Indians not stopping completely on the play because he was swinging his arm around. They thought it was a fair catch call, but no signal, and so a minimum return out to the 35-yard line, and now East Mississippi will have the football, trailing in this one 7-0 with 12:39 to play here in the first quarter.
Another good job by Drake Wallace on the special teams. Made the tackle, his second tackle here in this game.
So out of the shotgun, Give is going to be the long running back up the middle. He's going to get a gain of about 5 on the play. Is where to be a second down. Second down, let's call it 5 situation here for the Lions.
Adams, Lindsey is the quarterback. Lindsey Scott, a 5'11 freshman from Zachary, Louisiana. Quarterback for the Lions.
And quickly to the line of scrimmage, passes out to the flat. It is caught and tackled quickly that time by the Indians. So now you're starting to see it, Mr. Jim, just this hurry-up style offense out of East Mississippi, and it's rolling in a hurry here.
3rd down, 3rd and 1. Lions on their own 44-yard line.
So a gain of 4 on the play, as Mr. Jim mentioned, brings up a 3rd down and 1. They're going to throw it out to the flat. The Indians read it, just could not get there. Slips off a tackle, and he will pick up the first down and get the ball across midfield. Oh, Mr. Jim, we read it. We were there. We just could not get the play stopped.
Couldn't get them down. Good job of Brandon Rogers. 1st and 10 Lions. The ball is at the 49 of ICC. 11:45 left in the first quarter. ICC 7, East Mississippi 0.
East Mississippi quickly to the line of scrimmage. And now looking to go deep, nothing there. Quarterback's going to tuck in, thought about running. Now that's actually a smart play by the quarterback to allow somebody to get in front of him and kind of stop and get an extra blocker. And that freed him up for a big-time gain there on first down. It'll stay 1st and 10 here. And now here come the Lions trying to answer on the other end.
Lindsey Scott, 19-yard scamper, as Adam mentioned. 1st and 10 Lions. The ball's at ICC's 30-yard line.
So the Lions quickly gave the handoff there. The Indians all on top of it that time. Hits them for a loss on the play, and that will bring up a second down and long situation now. Here, actually, let's call it 2nd down and 11. I thought it actually, you got a pretty good spot on that, so a loss of 1.
Good job by Travis Silo again on the loss. 2nd and 11 for the Lions. 11 minutes left in the first quarter. ICC 7, East Mississippi 0.
So the Lions to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 11, as Mr. Jim mentioned. Slant route is there. Caught and is dropped at the 20-yard line. So it may have to measure here for this first down as they call for the clock to stop. And it's going to be close. There is an Indian down on the field right now. And they're going to go ahead and call it a first down as looks like injury timeout on the field. We will keep it here. And Mr. Jim, that's what we said about this East Mississippi team. They like pedal to the metal and hurry up and throw it or get it down the field in a hurry here. And maybe a timeout was taken on the field. I don't know. I didn't see anybody signal a timeout, and neither timeout has come off the board. And I think that's what it is, just the
injury timeout.
Yeah, they're going to walk the player off the field. And so an injury timeout, as it was very awkward. Like, not awkward, but just didn't really stop the play. Just got everybody back to the line of scrimmage now. East Mississippi with it at the 20-yard line, looking to pass. Pressure coming up the middle, steps away from it now, is just going to throw it downfield. It's actually caught and complete and then out of bounds. Boy, I tell you what, impressive play that time by number 12 of East Mississippi. Lowered his head, run through a guy, and eventually ran out of bounds.
Kirk Merritt is a transfer from Texas A&M, outstanding receiver for the Lions. As you mentioned, Adam, 1st and goal, East Mississippi at our 5-yard line.
East Mississippi knocking on the door here. 1st and goal, as Mr. Jim mentioned, 7-0, ICC with the lead. And there is a flag down coming off the side judge here. Actually, both judges now throwing the flag across the way. We'll see what this penalty is here. An illegal substitution called on the Indians, so this will be half the distance to the goal here. 10:20 to play in the first quarter. It'll be first and goal. Now the ball is on the 2-yard line, and East Mississippi bringing a little bit more meat on the field right now, Mr. Jim.
Bringing in some beef. Extra offensive linemen, I got a feeling they're going to run the ball. They've only got to get 2 yards, and they got 4 downs to get it at them.
And so the clock is going here, and now the officials want to stop and talk things over yet again right now. And I guess they're trying to make sure everything's set, maybe make sure the ball is set right. And so now the clock is rolling. 10-13, East Mississippi trailing 7-0, but at the 2-yard line. Give is going to be to the long running back. He's going to muscle his way forward, but he does not get in. The Indians deny him at the door that time, and so it's going to bring up a second down and goal-to-go situation here. And, Jim, we've asked a lot from this defense last week, and we're asking a lot from them right now, especially against the number 1 team in the country, to see if they can at least force them to a field goal.
Be outstanding, Adam. Second and goal, the ball's at the 1-yard line.
Same play, and the Indians this time, though, cannot make the play, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Lions, and it makes it a 7-6 contest. Hit him at the line of scrimmage, was able to power his way forward to take that one into the end zone. 9:40 to play here in the first quarter, and East Mississippi just an extra point away from tying this one up.
Adam, both offenses making some moves here early in the first quarter. As you mentioned, 7-6 Indians up here pending an extra point. 9:40 left in the first quarter.
So waiting the PAT here from East Mississippi. Trying to tie this one up. ICC leading 7-6. The kick is on its way, and the kick is good. We've got a tie contest. 7-7 is your score. 9:40 to play here in the first. We're going to take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and FM 95 Sports.
With Farm Bureau, you're getting local agents, great auto rates, and fast, friendly claims.
Great. Glad I went with Farm Bureau.
No, it's Farm Bureau.
Farv.
Say it with me. Farm.
Farv.
You know what? Doesn't matter. Either way, you're all set.
See? That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
For coverage you can't beat. Farm Bureau Insurance.
And welcome back out of the timeout. 7-7 is your score. 9:40 to play here in the first quarter. ICC scored first on a 34-yard touchdown pass from Ellington to Jamel Thomas. That, I believe, it was a 1-yard run that time by East Mississippi to tie the contest 7-7. These two teams, Mr. Jim, have been rivals. It's grown a little bitter over the last few years, but last season was a shootout. Hey, we could be in store for another one here.
You know, Adam, the first 5 minutes of the game, both teams have scored. Just kicked off here. We're going to take the ball at the 20-yard line. 9:40 left in the first quarter. Offenses are clicking for both teams. Let's see if ICC can keep it going.
So the ball does get down in the end zone after that First American National Bank kickoff.
First and 10 Indians at their own, let's say they're marking it at the...
I think it comes out to the 25.
Yeah. Hey, we'll take that. 25-yard line, 7-7. Ellington brings the team out. First possession, Adam, we went down the field. Let's see if we can do it again. 7-7, 9:40 left in the first quarter.
Dan Ellington is your quarterback. Forsythe is your running back. 3 receivers on the near side of the screen, or near side of the field. 1 up top alone for the Indians. Ellington surveying the defense. Now gets the snap. Looks plenty of time to throw. Lobs one down there. That's going to be, I believe, intended for number 19. That's going to be Honeycutt. The pass goes out of bounds. It'll bring up a second down and 10.
East Mississippi was in a zone defense. He tried to throw it over to the first man, just got too high there, Adam.
So to bring up second down and 10 here for the Indians. 7-7 is your score. 9:34 to go in the first quarter of play. We're in Scuba as ICC taking on the number 1 team in the country in East Mississippi. Hey, this is a big-time North Division matchup. We'll talk about that a little bit more as this drive continues. Ellington sends a man in motion. Now looking to pass. The pocket breaks down. He's going to tuck and run. He's got plenty of room. Slips and falls after crossing the 30-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark him down about the 32 is where the Indians will have it. Maybe a gain of about 7 on the play that time. And so the Indians, though, now quickly back to the line of scrimmage themselves. Let's call it a gain of 6. So let's bring up a third down and 4. Indians look to the sideline. Mr. Jim, we talked about it, a big-time North Division matchup. ICC beat Northwest. They're 1-0 in the North. I believe East Mississippi also 1-0 in the North as well. Ellington gets the snap, and they're going to run a little slip screen. This is going to be to Terry Williams, and Williams is going to depend on the spot. I think he's going to be a little short if this is going to be a left foot, right foot spot here, and judging by the official coming to the side, They're going to mark it about half a yard shy here, so it's going to bring up a fourth down. Fourth down and less than a yard to go here for the Indians. And if you're ICC, you've got to kick this one away.
You do. It's early in the game. I know Sean, thought about it, but it's 8:30 left in the first quarter. 7-7. You can't take that chance. Terry Williams just got caught from behind, brought him down. It's a half yard short. This is the right decision. Punt the football.
Maybe one of those situations where maybe the Lions will give us a gift and maybe jump off sides here. But either way it goes, it's going to be a Little Caesars punt. Little Caesars punt coming up here for the Indians. Snapback's a good one. And there is a stoppage. And they're going to call a delay of game here on ICC. Yes. Second penalty of the night on ICC, and that's not really one they wanted right there in this situation. So it's going to back them up now into a 4th down and 6 situation after that penalty. So it'll still be a punting situation here. Boy, I thought we might have got our break we were looking for. High snap, able to climb the ladder and go get it. Booming kick, spiraling kick. It's going to be taken just shy. Actually bobbled around and ran backwards. ICC, though, coming up, trying to make some play on the ball. Mr. Jim, he bobbled it a couple of times, ran back to the 20, was able to get it back out to about the 28-yard line is where, I almost said Northwest, where East Mississippi will have it 1st and 10.
Adam, great punt by Hayden Franklin, the freshman. It's about a 45-yard punt in the air, good coverage. 1st and 10 lines, the ball's at their own 29-yard line.
7:50 to go here as East Mississippi coming to the line. They just drove down the field in a hurry, and that's what they like to do to tie the contest at 7. So it'll be 1st down and 10 here for the Lions. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to go deep. It's got a man. And it's just going to be overthrown, incomplete. As once again, we saw it a lot last week, Mr. Jim. We're seeing it again tonight. David Little, the target on that one.
Let me say this. David Little had an outstanding ball game at defensive back last week. They're still trying to throw at him tonight, East Mississippi. Great coverage by David again.
So that's going to pass fall incomplete. 7:43 to go here in the first quarter. ICC and East Mississippi tied at 7. Snap, and it's going to be a handoff this time up the middle. Slips off one tackle, still fighting forward, and it's going to be a pickup of nearly 10. That's going to be enough for the 1st down. Mr. Jim, once again, we talked about it last week. We'll talk about it again this week. The Indians just struggle making that stop on the initial hit.
No doubt. That was Price on the carry. He got 11 yards at him.
Looking to throw, now looking to go deep one more time. And again, overthrown out of bounds. And the East Mississippi player is calling for a flag, and there is a flag down. That pass was not anywhere near catchable. It was actually out of bounds. Let's see if they'll come back and overturn this. But we are at East Mississippi, and we've seen it time and time and time again. Not a whole lot goes the way of the opposing teams. Okay, so they're not going to call pass interference. They're actually going to call holding on an eligible receiver, so that is not a pass interference call. And the official's going to come over and ask this one. Now there is a flag across the way on the other side of the field.
Might be offsetting penalties, I hope. No, it's not.
No, it's like this one against ICC as well. So, once again, just some of the home cooking that opposing teams are used to seeing here in Scuba already rearing its ugly head tonight. Let's wait for this call once again. And so an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the ICC bench. So now what's turned into a 10-yard penalty now will be a 25-yard swing here, and will move East Mississippi all the way down to their 30, or to the Indians 35. Mr. Jim, I hate to say it, but man, we see so many times when you come to East Mississippi, those type of things happen, that a red flag goes up. But you know that's what you're coming into in these situations, so you just got to play against it. Waiting for the snap. Quarterback's going to step over the middle. Pass is incomplete. Trying to run that rub route off the official that time. Incomplete. So to bring up second down and 10 with 7:20 to play here in the first quarter. 7-7 is your score. ICC, East Mississippi, but the Lions are knocking on the door yet again. So waiting the snap here. Indians show pressure up the middle. Now they fall out of it. Pass out in the flat is complete. It's going to be close to another 1st down. We'll see where they spot it. Actually, going to say stepped out of bounds. So it's going to bring up a, let's see, third and 2.
Yes, sir. 3rd and 2. Adam, you know that did hurt. That was back-to-back big penalties. We got to bow her back here, see if we can stop them on the stride.
Yeah, you know it's 4-down territory in this situation here for the Lions. Instead, they're going to pick up the 1st down. They don't need the extra down there. Once again, the Indians in the backfield just cannot get that stop off the contact, off that first hit. So the clock is running. First down and 10 after that 3-yard gain. They needed 2. So it's going to be another first down here for the Lions. East Mississippi quickly to the line of scrimmage. ICC was not set that time, and that's one thing they do well. They just get out there in a hurry. As a player's helmet comes off for ICC, he'll have to check out of the contest. That's number 23, Q Lott. So he'll have to come out for one play. 6:42 to go here in the first quarter. ICC, East Mississippi tied at 7. Out of the shotgun, 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Throws the short route, and ICC right there on top of it. Good job by the Indians. Minimum gain of about 3 on the play, so it would be at the 21-yard line. Would it be second down? Second down, let's call it 7 here for East Mississippi.
Third down, I believe, Adam.
Oh, yes, third down.
And good job by Devin Hollins staying in front of him. Big play here, Adam. They got the ball right 21, 3rd and 7.
Devin Hollins, the reigning MACJC Defensive Player of the Week after recording 18 tackles last week against Northwest. That pass is just going to float out of bounds. They went for the long ball that time, came up empty, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And, Mr. Jim, if I was a betting man, I would say East Mississippi would go for it in this situation. 4th down and 7. And, no, excuse me, if I was a betting man, I would lose money on this one.
They're going to try a field goal. It's going to be about a 38-yard attempt. What number is that kicking up?
Looks like he will say he's not turning sideways. Looks like 30. 30 is kicking for them.
That's Crabtree. He's the sophomore from Pascagoula.
So Crabtree on to attempt the field goal. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Impressive looking foot that time on that field goal. 5:56 to go here in the first quarter, and East Mississippi takes a 10-7 lead. We'll keep it here. Mr. Jim, how long did you say that kick was?
38 yards.
So a 38-yard field goal by Crabtree gives the Lions their first lead of the evening by the score of 10-7. Mr. Jim, this game already kind of a anything you can do, I can do better type ball game. The Indians, though, some penalties that really hurt them on that drive, but only gave up 3 points.
You know, that's what I was going to say, Adam. We had back-to-back total of 25-yard penalties. They had the ball on our 35-yard line. Our defense played well, stopped them, forced the field goal. I still think it's a win for our defense and a win for ICC.
5:56 to go here in the first quarter of play. It's 10-7 East Mississippi. East Mississippi, the number 1 team in the country. ICC coming off their first win last week over number 5 Northwest. And so the Indians now will get set for this First American National Bank kick return here. 2 deep is standing just inside the 5-yard line for the Indians. So we'll try to give you those.
I believe that's Salisbury back there and Jamel Thomas, I believe.
So this is a deep kick going to be taken at the 3-yard line. Actually, this is going to be number 28 on the return. Busts it up the middle. Oh, just one guy away from that being a big-time return. That was Keyshawn Hurd. If you were watching or follow us on Twitter, you'll see Keyshawn was our Renaissance Bank What a Play Wednesday recipient this week when he returned that kickoff last week for 95 yards. Boy, he has so much speed to burn.
We'd love another 95-yard return tonight, Adam. That would help us.
Big time. So it'll be a first down and 10 situation. This first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, give Joey a call at 662-401-7732 or stop by and see him at 710 South Adams Street in Fulton. Ellington, your quarterback. Give is going to be to Forsythe. Forsythe actually was wrapped up in the backfield or had a jersey grabbed in the backfield, was able to power forward for a positive pickup of about 5 on the play there for the Indians. So to bring up a second down and manageable situation here for ICC.
Good run in that time by Forsythe. As you mentioned, Adam, he broke about 3 tackles and got 5 yards.
So to bring up a second down and 5, Ellington gets the snap. Quick throw is out to Terry Williams. Williams lowers his head, and that should be good for a first down as they look to spot the ball here. Good job by the Indians, almost giving East Mississippi a little taste of their own medicine with this hurry-up style offense.
1st and 10 Indians, 5:20 left in the first quarter. East Mississippi 10, ICC 7.
Ellington marching his troops to the line of scrimmage, now gets the snap, looking to throw. Over the middle, goes to that secondary man. That's going to be out to about the 50, maybe across the 50-yard line. Yes, they're going to mark it down at the 49, and that's going to be another first down for the Indians. That first down, once again, being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox.
Ellington to Williams. 1st and 10, as Adam mentioned. The ball's at the 49 of East Mississippi. We're still in the first quarter. 5 minutes left. 10-7 Lions over the Indians.
So Ellington back to the line of scrimmage. They go 5 wide this time. East Mississippi with 4 down linemen, showing like they're going to bring pressure off the corner on the left side. Ellington, plenty of time to throw. Now flushed out of the pocket. Pump fakes. Now he's going to run on his own. Tries to cut to the outside, and the East Mississippi player was ready for him that time. Forced him to the outside. Ellington, a little slow to get up on the far side of the field, but now back on his feet. So a gain of about 4, maybe 3. Let's call it a gain of 3 on the play. So to bring up a 2nd down and 7 situation here.
Adam, good decision by Ellington. Didn't have anybody open. Got what he could get. Got 3 yards. 2nd and 7. 4:15 left in the first quarter. So we mentioned East Mississippi 10. Itawamba Indians 7.
So Ellington looking to the sideline to get the play here. He's actually squatted down, so I don't know if he was just looking to get a clearer line of sight on the play. He's out of the shotgun. Ball is just shy of the 45. Give is going to be to Forsythe. Forsythe lowers his head, bullies his way forward. A good pickup there on 2nd down. Brings up a 3rd down. Let's call it a long 3, short 2 here. Or, excuse me, a long 2, short 3 for the Indians.
Good job. Good blocking the interior lineman. You mentioned Forsythe got what he could get. 3rd down, 3 yards to go. We got the ball at the 42-yard line of East Mississippi.
10-7, East Mississippi leading ICC here. Coming up on 3:35 to play in the first quarter. The Indians getting the play call from the sideline. Got 1 running back, 2 receivers on the near side, 1 up top on the far side. Ellington flush out of the pocket. Now he's got a lot of room to run. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. Across the 30. No, going to be hit and dropped at the 30-yard line. Jim, he was just a missed tackle away from a big-time gain there. But it does move the chains for the Indians as the clock stops with 3:15. Now it's rolling. Again here, ICC marching down the field, trying to retake the lead here as they trail 10-7 at East Mississippi.
You know, Dan can throw the ball, but he also can run. He's a dual threat. That's why he's been very successful so far earlier this year.
So Ellington out of the shotgun, 1st down and 10. Pump fakes, now tries to throw a strike down the field, and oh, was it intercepted? What a play. Oh my goodness, just a diving effort that time. Let's look at that on the Little Caesars replay. I thought he batted it down, but somehow was able to come up and just make an impressive play that time for the Lions, and that would be a turnover, giving the ball back to East Mississippi. Wow, what a play.
Good job by Swinney, cut in front of the pass, the freshman from Bentonia, Mississippi. And East Mississippi takes over. Of course, we got him still pinned way back at the 15-yard line. I know Dan wishes he had that back. He just underthrew it a little bit. Let's play defense now.
Absolutely. I mean, just credit a great play that time by the young man out of East Mississippi to come up and make the stop. So as Mr. Jim mentioned, got to come up here defensively and find a way to get the ball back for ICC. They trail this one 10-7. A good drive there, but a turnover gives it back to the Lions. Looking to pass down the sideline. Has a man wide open. Going to make a cut move inside. Picks up the 1st down and about an extra 3 yards, so a gain of 13 on the play. And it'll stay a 1st down here for the Lions as the clock stops now with 2:45 as they reset the chains.
Adam, you know, Lindsey Scott reminds you a little bit of Dan Ellington. He can throw and run also.
Going to try to set up the bubble screen and in and out of the hand of the wide receiver. Just barely a forward pass that time. Almost a live football that the receiver did not go after that time, as that was Mark, their intended receiver. So bring up 2nd down and 10 here for East Mississippi.
2:35 left in the first quarter. East Mississippi 10, ICC 7.
Snap back, and this time there's going to be a keeper by the quarterback. He's flushed back to the inside. Good job by, I believe it was number 34 for the Indians. Yes, it was Dalen Fox to establish that edge defensively, force him back to the inside and get a little bit extra help there from his guys. A minimum gain on the play, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Let's call this 3rd down and 5. Give is going to be the long running back. He's going to be hit, stacked up, spun around, still on his feet, and we'll get the 1st down yet again. Man. I know I sound like a broken record when I say this, ladies and gentlemen, but it still stands true for the Indians. Cannot get that initial tackle in some big-time tough situations.
1st and 10 Lions. The ball's at their own 40-yard line.
2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Looking to go deep. Got a man down the sideline. Jump ball situation. Here's it picked off by the Indians.
I believe it's an interception.
It is. ICC gets the interception, so return the favor that time by the Indians. Nicely defended that time down the sideline. I believe that was number 28. Yes, it was. Keyshawn Hurd coming up with the interception. So a big-time play there by Keyshawn Hurd to get the ball back for the Indians. So no harm, no foul. Basically, the Indians almost getting it back where they started that last drive at.
No doubt about it. We threw an interception. Now they throw an interception. Both teams went down the field like punts at them. But we got possession now on our own 24-yard line. 1:53 left in the first quarter. East Mississippi 10, ICC 7.
That big-time play being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. Brother Chris Burrows is proud to lead the ICC Baptist Student Union. The ICC BSU meets Monday nights at 7:07 and Wednesdays for lunch. All they ask is bring $2 and a friend. Don't forget that $2 for the friend as well. 1st and 10, pass over the middle. Terry Williams wide open, just let him a little too high that time, or that Terry could still be running right now, but that moves the chains. That's going to be another first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox.
Wide open, Adam. Great catch by Terry Williams. He had room to run if he could have stayed on his feet.
Give is to Dinkins, I believe. Yes, it was. He was hit and dropped in the backfield, and I think there is a flag down near the line of scrimmage, so we'll hold everything and see what the call is here. No penalty has been called against East Mississippi so far in the game. 4 against ICC.
I hope it's not 5. Cole Baker made the tackle that time for East Mississippi.
So the officials sorting this one out. As of right now, it's a loss of 3 on the play. And yes, this is going to be a chop block on the Indians. Now, I don't have a problem with the flag being thrown, but none of these flags that we've seen thrown so far tonight on the Indians are anything that we've seen in the previous 3 games.
Good point.
So that's going to be another penalty against the Indians. Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be something they talk about. And not only that, it's all been of the 10 to 15-yard variety.
This is 15 yards. It's now 1st and 25 back on our own 22-yard line.
So a tough loss there for the Indians. But, hey, last time we were in a long situation.
Through a touchdown pass.
Hopefully we can duplicate that here. Ellington gets the snap. Looking to go across the way. Gets it out to Thomas, and Thomas will go out of bounds. Nice pickup there. For the Indians, get a chunk of that yardage back. Didn't have to get it all back on one play as the ball out of bounds with 1:17 to play here in the first quarter. ICC trailing 10-7 to number 1 East Mississippi here in Scuba.
Adam, that was an 8-yard gain, but it was positive. You know, we got 2 more downs here. Second down, second and about 18.
And so Ellington is your quarterback. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Ellington, plenty of time to throw. Pass across the middle is caught by Terry Williams. He makes a move, gets the first down, still on his feet across the 50-yard line, down to the 45. Big-time play there by Terry Williams. He was an NJCAA All-American last year, showing off why this year.
Adam, give the offensive line credit. He had time to survey the field. Ellington ran a deep post pattern, found them open. Credit to the offensive line of ICC.
So here come the Indians. This is time. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Big seam that time for Dinkins, and he's going to be out to the 40-yard line. Positive pickup of about 4 that time on first down.
Good job at Sean Dinkins, the freshman. As you mentioned, Adam got 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Indians, the ball's at East Mississippi's 40-yard line. 25 seconds left in the first quarter. East Mississippi 7, East Mississippi 10, ICC 7.
And they're going to be stop on the play here. ICC got an early start on that one. And again, Jim, man, the penalties are just killing the Indians here. As one of the East Mississippi players come up and put a late hit, kind of got in the face of Terry Williams. Terry Williams just giving him a thumbs up and patting him right back on the helmet. Showing him, hey, you ain't intimidating us tonight, boy.
That's right. Good job with Terry. Keep your composure. Thank God this is only a 5-yard penalty, I think, Adam. It is. So it's going to be second down, 2nd and 11. The ball's at the 45-yard line of East Mississippi. Clock is running. This might be the last play of the first quarter, as we mentioned. East Mississippi 10, ICC 7.
Absolutely. The Indians are going to let the clock run out here on the first quarter as East Mississippi leads at 10-7 over ICC, but ICC trying to march down the field and see if they can retake the lead. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more right after this on FM 95 Sports and Let's Go ICCTV.com.
Man, if they sold these pretzel dogs at the stadium,
oh, everybody would love it.
Getting a hot dog on a premium pretzel bun with melty cheese sauce and crispy bacon here.
Oh, no thanks. I already got one.
The summer's biggest hit is the premium pretzel dog. This is how you Sonic.
No one loves the new Dunked Ultimate Chicken Sandwich more than 2-time dunk champion Zach Levine.
That's right.
Except maybe 2-time dunk champion Zach Levine from the future.
I have 2 sandwiches.
No one dunks like Sonic.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. Check out this week's specials.
Fresh cut bone-in beef ribeye steaks, $6.98 per pound. Green seedless grapes, 99 cents per pound. And best choice oil, just $1.98.
At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to start the second quarter of play. ICC with the football. They trail 10-7 here at East Mississippi. Jim, I know you got some stats right there in front of you. These stats being brought to you by Sonic. Anything that jumps out on the page on you?
Yes, sir. First downs, East Mississippi with 10. We've got 7. Total yardage, ICC 157, East Mississippi 107, each with a turnover each. Even ball game here, Adam.
So an exciting ball game here so far. Hey, we've got some big-time breaking news we'll bring to you at the next play. This will be an ICC Spotlight being brought to you by Food Giant. Jim, it'll be something you'll like to hear as well. Dan Ellington slips off a tackle, now gets across midfield, slides down to about the 35-yard line. So a good pickup that time by Dan on first down. Jim, here's an ICC Spotlight for you. You know Brian Halems, plays basketball at ICC, has committed to the Ole Miss Rebels.
The Ole Miss could use him. Great athlete. Outstanding news. ICC man moving to the Ole Miss Rebels.
That's Coach Grant Pate sending us that text. That ICC Spotlight being brought to you by Food Giant. Get more out of your shopping experience when you shop with your neighbors. That's Food Giant, family owned and operated, located on 1401 South Adams Street. See all their weekly specials and more at foodgiant.com. Ellington gets a quick snap. Now he's going to try to throw out in the flats, and East Mississippi read that one and then some, and that's going to set up a fourth down and long situation here for the Indians. So a decision-making time for ICC, and it looks like they're going to elect to possibly punt this one away.
I think he is. Of course, it's early in the second quarter. 14 minutes left in the second quarter. 10-7. We mentioned East Mississippi up by 3. ICC got the ball. This 4th and 4. They're going to punt the ball from the 43. Excuse me. The ball's at the 38 of East Mississippi. Trying to pin them deep here, Adam.
So it's actually a 4th down and 4 situation here for the Indians. So this will be the punt coming on. The kick is angled towards the sideline. It's going to hit, and it's going to take a roll and roll into the end zone. Good job that time by the return man of East Mississippi, kind of deking out the defense of ICC that time. Coming up, acting like he was going to make a catch, hit about 10 yards behind him and took that roll.
All right, Adam, we got to play some defense. We mentioned early in the second quarter, 10-7 lines up on the Indians. 1st and 10 lines, balls at their own 20-yard line.
That last punt was brought to you by Little Caesars. Don't forget, you can grab a hot and ready single-topping pizza for only $5. And, hey, don't forget about their new extra most bestest pizza. That's a large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for only $6. Hey, they're located right next to Food Giant there in Fulton. And this time it's going to be a give to the long running back. He slips forward and gets about a positive gain of 5 on the play that time. So another good pickup there on first down for the Lions.
Good job by the Lions. The running back, number 8, I believe that's Price. Their main running back got 5-yard carry. 2nd and 5 lines.
This time the quick out pass is good for the first down, and then a little extra yardage to get the ball out across the 35-yard line is where the Lions will have it. 13-12 to go until halftime, and East Mississippi pedal to the metal. That's the way they play offensively, as these officials are getting their money's worth tonight with both these teams really going up tempo.
Scott complete the curl, as you mentioned, 1st and 10 lines.
That time nearly picked off the screen pass, as the Indians read that one nicely, just enough of a chip block to get that one away. They get back a gain of 1 on the play for the Lions, so to bring up a second down. Let's call it 2nd down and 9 here for East Mississippi.
Good job by Keyshawn Hurd holding him to a 1-yard gain.
Give is going to be to the lone running back in the backfield. Slips off a tackle, still dragging guys forward. ICC got good penetration that time. Just a hard run that time by Price of East Mississippi. Able to pick up some positive yardage there. It's going to be a 3rd down. Let's call it 3rd down and 4.
Hollins on the tackle for the Indians.
And this is going to be a pass out in the flat. That's got to be holding, but no flag is thrown. Are you serious right now? Let's take a look at that on the replay. I mean, you see the young man from ICC get spun around by number 14. No flag is thrown, so that'll move the chains yet again for the Lions.
Adam, we've got a player hurt on the field.
So hopefully not a serious injury there as you see him in the middle of your screen if you're watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com. As we'll take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors. Be back with more right after this on FM 95 Sports and Let'sGoICCTV.com.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
And welcome back to action. This is going to be fourth and 1 here. Can the Indians come up with a big-time stop? It's going to be a quarterback keeper, and he's going to have the first down and then some. Smart play that time. Got across the line of scrimmage, picked up the first down, and then just slid to make sure that he had the first down and kept possession for the Lions. And a gutsy call that time by East Mississippi, going for it there on 4th and 1. Deep in their own territory. So East Mississippi with it again, looking to throw. Nothing there over the middle. Now he's going to tuck and run. He's got a lot of green grass across the 35. Down to about the 32-yard line is where East Mississippi will have it. And that will stop the clock with 11:41. Now East Mississippi driving, trying to build on this 10-7 lead here over the Indians.
Lindsey Scott's got some wheels. Very fast quarterback, the freshman from Louisiana.
Plenty of time to throw. Steps up to avoid the pressure. He's going to come up and try to get up the field. Thought he was going to run out of bounds and then kind of just jog forward to pick up the extra yardage that time. Almost just playing with the defense, so that is going to be enough. Is it enough for another first down? No. It'll be a 2nd down and 1.
The ball's at our 24-yard line, Adam. 2nd and 1 for the Lions, up 10-7, 11-10 left in the second quarter.
So East Mississippi with it. Give is going to be the long running back. He's going to power his way forward to pick up the first down, and the Indians stack him up and finally bring him to the turf. 11:04 to play here in the first half. That'll be a first down for the Lions, and they're going to quickly get back to the line of scrimmage and try to keep things going here. ICC trying to bend but don't break on defense. Lindsey gets the snap. Now looking to throw. Zips it across the way. He's got a man open. Does he catch it? No. Incomplete. As the ball falls harmlessly to the turf there. A big-time break for the Indians. 10:48 to play. As that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 here for the Lions.
Good job of Devin Hollins breaking up that pass, Adam.
So East Mississippi with it, 2nd down and 10. Ball is on the 22-yard line. Once again, looking to the end zone. Now passes it out to the flat. Oh! I think that time if the ICC defender is looking for the football instead of the hit, he makes the interception. But East Mississippi, once again, getting those breaks and another big pickup. Look, this is going to be a 3rd down, and maybe 1.
3rd and 1. They've got the ball at our 14-yard line, Adam. We've got to play some defense here.
4-down territory here for the, I'll keep wanting to say the Rangers, but for the Lions. And this time Give is going to be the long running back in the backfield. He is going to stumble forward and I believe pick up the first down. No signal yet. They do call for a stoppage of the clock, and there is another ICC player down on the field. And so that is going to be enough for the first down and bring up a 1st down and goal situation here for the Lions. Timeout on the field. We're going to take it with them. We'll be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and FM 95 Sports.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back. It is a 1st, and I have it 1st and goal, but it's actually 1st and 10 as the ball is going to be spotted at the 11-yard line. There's 10 minutes to play here until halftime. The Indians trying to find a way to bend but don't break. Get the ball back and see if you maybe just be able to hold them to a field goal. For those watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com, we do apologize for the reflection as we're having to shoot through glass. Corner of the end zone, too far. And the pass falls incomplete with 9:45 to go. Brings up a 2nd down and 10. I'll tell you what, East Mississippi not afraid to take some shots on 1st down.
No doubt about it, Adam. This is a big series. They're up 10-7, driving the balls on our 11. If we can hold them to a field goal here, give our defense some confidence, get the ball back offensively, it would be big for the Indians.
9:45 to go until halftime. We'll have a special presentation of the ICC All-American Band at halftime, who you want to stay tuned for that. Give is going to be the long running back. He is hit, stacked up in the line of scrimmage, now cuts back across the middle. Is going to drag some defenders into the end zone, and that's going to be an 11-yard touchdown run there for East Mississippi. And Mr. Jim, once again, we have got to find a way to get the man to the turf after that initial hit.
No doubt about it. This guy, Tyrell Price, 6 foot 220, played at Lafayette High School. Good-looking running back, but we just missed some tackles. Give them credit. 16-7, East Mississippi, pending an extra point. 9:38 left in the second quarter.
Mr. Jim, you may have the stats over there in front of you. Who scored the first touchdown for them? I know it was on a run, so it could be the same guy. Awaiting the snap, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 17-7. East Mississippi with the lead. 9:38 to play here in the first half. We'll take a break and come back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and FM 95 Sports.
With Farm Bureau, you're getting local agents, great auto rates, and fast, friendly claims.
Great. Glad I went with Favre Bureau.
No, it's Farm Bureau.
Favre.
Say it with me. Farm.
Favre.
Ma. You know what? Doesn't matter. Either way, you're all set.
See? That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
For coverage you can't beat. Farm Bureau Insurance.
And welcome back to action. We do remind you, for all your insurance needs, stop by and see Joey Cox at 710 South Adams Street or give him a call at 401-7732. That's 401-7732. Waiting the kickoff here, and it will be a deep kick, and it's going to drive the Indians into the end zone, and he will take a knee, is where it will be. 1st and 10, the ball coming out to the 25-yard line. ICC trailing number 1 East Mississippi 17-7, 9:38 to go until halftime. Jim, we've moved the ball well from 20 to 20, just cannot find a way to get in the end zone. We scored on a 34-yard touchdown pass for the first score of the game, and after that, we just can't seem to find the end zone.
Adam, this is a key series. You mentioned we moved the ball from the 20 to 20. We're down 17-7. Early in the ball game, 9:38 left in the second quarter, but we need to take some time off the clock, give our defense a rest, get some points in this possession.
So it's 1st down and 10 here for the good guys. 9:38 to play until halftime. Ellington gets the snap. He's going to step up now, throws forward, hits his man out in the flat, sidesteps, and it's going to be out of bounds. I believe they're going to ask the clock to stop. No, they're not. The clock continues to roll. See where they spot the football just shy of the 1st down. A gain of 9 on the play, so it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down and a very short one here for the Indians.
Maybe take a deep shot here, Adam. You only got 1 yard. Maybe run a little play action here. See if we can catch him napping here in the backfield.
Dan Ellington trying to fire the guys up, clapping as he brings them to the line of scrimmage. Give is going to be to Forsythe. Forsythe cuts it back across the grain, looking to get across the field. Does so across the 45, down to about the 44. They say the ball came free, but they say he was down before that. So that will be a 1st down for the Indians. Finally a break going our way there, Mr. Jim, on a call going in favor of us here in the first half.
Adam, that's big. To get the 1st down, give your defense a rest, take possession of the ball, move it down the field. Great field position at the 46-yard line. We're only down 17-7. 8:50 left in the second quarter.
I want to give a quick shout out to Houston Baxter of Cummins, Georgia. He is a big-time fan and friend of Christian Salisbury, watching here on Let's Go ICC TV. Give is going to be to Forsythe. He is hit and tripped up and loss of about 2, maybe 3 on the play that time. That was just a busted play from the get-go as Forsythe was trying to get to the outside, couldn't do so. They're actually going to give us a pretty good spot on that one and mark it down at the 45, so it'll be a 2nd down and 11.
You mentioned, Adam, good defense by East Mississippi. They stopped that run this time. 2nd and 11, we got good field position. Ball's at our own 45-yard line.
Ellington is still your quarterback. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Looks like Forsythe. Maybe this is Dinkins that has checked in here for Forsythe in the backfield. Yes, it's Dinkins. Ellington, pass over the middle, is caught wide open. Good enough for the 1st down. Terry Williams is going to tuck in, get it down just shy of the 35-yard line. Big-time pickup there for Terry Williams. Tell you what, he's been open over across that middle a good bit tonight, Jim. So good job by Terry Williams being fearless, going and getting that ball in no man's land.
No doubt about it. Good pass by Dan Ellington. Good catch by Williams. Good blocking by the offensive line. 1st and 10. Indians, the ball's at the 36 of East Mississippi.
Timeout taken here by East Mississippi. 7:53 to play here until halftime. East Mississippi takes the timeout. They lead 17-7. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and FM 95 Sports.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. Check out this week's specials.
Fresh cut bone-in beef ribeye steaks, $6.98 per pound. Green seedless grapes, 99 cents per pound. And Best Choice Oil, just $1.98.
At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 7:53 to go here until halftime. ICC trailing number 1 East Mississippi 17-7, but knocking on the door now with some momentum going downfield. Ellington sending a man in motion, coming to the bottom of your screen for those watching on Let's Go ICC TV. Screen pass set up nicely, but East Mississippi there read that one beautifully. I tell you what, Mr. Jim, they set up the screen pass. None of the offensive linemen finding a linebacker to put a helmet on that time, and we get ate up for a 2-yard loss.
East Mississippi showing some great speed. They read that screen, Adam. We just could not get out there and make the block. Give the Lions credit. As you mentioned, a loss of 2. 2nd down, 2nd and 12. Itawamba's got the ball down 17-7, 7:25 left in the second quarter.
So the Indians with it now. 2nd down and 12, as Mr. Jim mentioned. They trail 17-7. Ellington gets the snap. Looking to throw. Pressure coming on the backside, and that time tattooed on that sonic sack was Dan Ellington, and the Indians going the wrong way in a hurry here, Mr. Jim.
I don't know how he held on to the ball. Got hit by the defensive end. Didn't see him coming. Got up the ground. We got a long series here now. Adam is 3rd down, 3rd, and about 17. The ball's at the 46-yard line of East Mississippi.
And so the Indians' yard to make is going to be the 26.
It's actually 3rd and 20.
So 3rd and 20 is the situation here for the Indians. 3 receivers on the far side. Now one in motion coming to the bottom of the screen. Ellington getting the snap, looking to throw. Plenty of time to throw. Now steps over across the middle. Pass is complete. That slash with the completion gets it up across the field for the first down. Big time play there by Christian Salisbury.
Good job by Ellington. Good blocking by the offensive line. Ellington had time this time. Salisbury made the catch. Got some extra yardage, gain of about 25 yards at him. 1st and 10 Indians. The ball's at East Mississippi's 22.
Boy, I tell you what, the Indians have found some big-time plays. Christian Salisbury, shout out to Houston Baxter once again. Salisbury, #1 fan watching back there in Georgia. 1st and 10. Give is going to be to the long running back. That's Dinkins. And Dinkins is 8 up and hit for a loss, Jim. The running game has not been there. We were able to get some runs early, but here so far in the second quarter, East Mississippi's been able to sniff those out.
No doubt about it. Dinkins, a loss of 2. 2nd and 12 Indians. The ball's at the 24-yard line of East Mississippi. 5:50 left in the second quarter. East Mississippi 17, ICC 7.
Ellington barking his play out to his offensive line. He's got 2 receivers here on the near side, 1 across the way, and running back Terry Williams now going in motion, shifting to the far side of the field. Play action across the middle to the tight end. It's caught. And he's going to be down inside the 5-yard line. Big time play there for the Indians, as that was number 83, Chris Long out of Nettleton, coming up and making the play. And we have an injured Lion down on the field. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the good guys.
First pass this year caught by Big Chris. Great play. Great call by the offensive staff. Drug the tight end across the line. Chris Long on the big catch. 1st and goal, Indians.
Timeout with the injury on the field. We're going to take it with them. We'll be back with more. ICC trailing 17-7, but knocking on the door with 5:29 to play here in the second quarter.
Best pizza, New York style.
No way. Chicago deep dish.
Nah, white pie.
Half veggies, half meat. Just cheese.
No, pepperoni.
Extra crunchy.
Really? Has to be gluten-free.
Pop it with arugula.
No, basil.
Eggplant. Dude, really?
That's not pizza. Come on.
Pizza.
And a Coke.
You got that right. 2 Cokes, please.
My pizza goes best with a Coke.
An ice cold Coke.
Only with a Coke.
When I grow up, I'm gonna redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
Jim, a real good sign there for East Mississippi, as it was a little tense in the stadium, as that's number 44, Denzel Bonner, walking to the sideline. Not a whole lot of movement when he was out on the field, but good to see him able to walk off on his own power, being helped there by the medical staff here at East Mississippi. You never like to see an injury, Mr. Jim, and that was kind of a hard hit, kind of just hope for the best, and right now that young man walking off the field is a good thing.
We hope Bonner's okay. You're right, Adam. He wasn't moving at first, but he walked off the field in his own power. We're very excited and glad he's better.
1st and goal here for the Indians. Little fade route, jump ball is up and no good. Where was the flag there? Oh, that's right. We're at East Mississippi. So that'll be a second down and goal situation after the pass falls incomplete. 5:15 to play here. The defender never turned around to look for the football. A whole lot of contact. So a pass incomplete stops the clock. 5:15 to play here. Second and goal for the Indians. They trail 17-7. Ellington comes to the line of scrimmage. Forsythe in the backfield with him. The give is going to be to Forsythe. No, excuse me. It's actually Ellington that's going to walk it into the end zone. Dan Ellington scores the touchdown for the Indians.
Adam, he faked you off also.
He
Great
did.
fake to Forsythe. Ellington took it around the right side. No one was there, as you mentioned, Adam. Touchdown Indians, 17-13. East Mississippi, 5:10 left in the second quarter. Extra point coming for the Indians.
So big-time play there by Dan Ellington makes it 17-13. Waiting the PAT here. Boy, I tell you what, Mr. Jim, you said it. Not only did he fake me out, he faked the entire defense out. They went with Forsythe that time. So waiting the PAT here. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So ICC gets back on the board. Good answer that time, Mr. Jim. We'll keep it here. 17-14. 5:10 to play until halftime. Good answer by the Indians.
Great answer, Adam. You know, they've taken a 10-point lead at home. Big crowd. Number one team in the nation. Starting to pull away, to be honest, 17-7, but we take the ball all the way down the field, 75 yards down the field, got the touchdown on the 5-yard run from Dan Ellington. Great job, our offensive staff, the coaches, and the players.
So we'll be awaiting this First American National Bank kickoff coming here for the Indians. 17-14 is your score. 5:10 to play until halftime. Remind you to stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime report. We'll have stats, a performance from the ICC All-American Band, and more as part of the Little Caesars halftime report here from Scuba. That was a 5-yard touchdown run by Dan Ellington. And so this will be number 89, Comer, set to kick this one off here for the Indians. His First American National Bank kick. They remind you to follow the flag. If you're looking for all your banking needs there in Fulton, you'll see the giant American flag as you come off that exit near Walmart. That is where you want to go. High kick going to be fielded short at about the 22, trying to go that sky kick. East Mississippi now going to try to bring it to the outside, looking to cut back up the middle, and it's going to be hit and drop. There is a late flag on the play here. And let's see if this is against ICC. Once again, that's going to be about the 6th, 7th penalty here in the first half against ICC. I don't remember a flag being thrown on East Mississippi so far in the contest.
There's not been a flag thrown on East Mississippi, but this is an offensive return on a kick. Surely it's against them.
As they're talking things over here and kind of pointing towards the East Mississippi sideline, the flag is at the 29. They're going to come up to the 30. Actually, they moved the flag up to the 30. So it looks like this will actually be on East Mississippi. So they can throw a flag on the Lions here in Scuba. Holding on the return, so that'll back them up. And it'll be a 1st down and 10 situation here for East Mississippi. ICC needs to find a way to get the ball back here. See if they can force a 3 and out. 17-14. East Mississippi with the lead over the Indians. 5:01 to go here until halftime. So it will be a 1st down situation here for East.
1st and 10 from their own 20, Adam. You mentioned 5 minutes left in the second quarter. East Mississippi 17, ICC 14.
2 receivers on both sides of the football. Now a man in motion going towards the far side of the field. High snap, corralled, and it's going to be a screen pass and beautifully set up that time by East Mississippi. He's hit and jumps forward, and that's going to be close to the 1st down that time. Boy, I tell you what, that was just a beautifully executed play.
Good-looking play. We almost had a chance to intercept that ball. Give them credit. Gain of 9 for East Mississippi.
So 2nd down and 1, 4:40 and counting here until halftime. East Mississippi with the ball and the lead, 17-14. East looking to go big. Now goes on the under route and in and out of the hands of the receiver that time as he had enough for the 1st down, but quickly closing in on the play that time for ICC was Drake Wallace.
Drake Wallace has been all over the field tonight. Made the first 2 tackles on the kickoff team. Good play there on the pass. 3rd and 1, Adam.
So 3rd down and 1. A lot of cheers there for Amory, for Drake Wallace, the Amory native. Give is going to be to the running back in the backfield. He's hit in the backfield, tries to dive forward. The ball comes free, but I believe that's going to say he was down. Yeah, good call by the official that time as the ground caused the fumble. Boy, that could have been a big-time play there, though, Mr. Jim, if he tried to stretch that one out and lost it before it hit the turf. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down or 4th down.
It's very close to 1st down.
It's going to be probably a timeout for a measurement here. Boy, what a spot.
They got a good spot. I thought he fumbled 29.5. They're marking that 30.
And they're giving him the 1st down without even measuring. Another break for East Mississippi. Pressure coming off the edge. Now the quarterback's going to be forced to scramble. Tries to get to the outside, and is going to be ran out of bounds at the 40. My goodness, how do you not measure you had to get the ball across the 30. The nose of the football was barely touching the 30-yard line. Man, I don't know what it is about officials when they come to scuba, but East Mississippi just gets all of the breaks.
Another first down for East Mississippi. The ball's at their own 40-yard line. 4 minutes left in the second quarter. East Mississippi 17, ICC 14.
Officials stop the clock here. Not really sure what the stoppage was about. So first down and 10 here for East Mississippi. In the shotgun, looking to throw on first down. Takes a shot downfield. He's got a man and in and out of his fingertips that time. Pass falls incomplete. A break there for the Indians, because I tell you what, if he can sink that one up right there, number 2 for East Mississippi, Connor is still running.
No doubt about it. And we had a little bit of pressure, I think, on the quarterback. Second down, second and 10. Lions, the ball's at their own 40-yard line.
So 3:49 to play here until halftime. ICC needs to find a way to hold here. East Mississippi will, I believe, get the ball to start the second half. Man in motion going to the top of your screen. Going to try to set up that bubble screen again. East Mississippi has run that well, but that time the Indians snuff it out nicely, and a minimum gain that time on the play. As the clock will continue to run here, it should bring up a third down and long situation. Let's call it about a 3rd down and 6 here for East Mississippi.
3rd and 6, balls at their own 44-yard line. Got to go to midfield for the first down.
So East Mississippi with it here, possession down. ICC defense trying to come across, pass across the middle, and it is incomplete. Big time drop there for East Mississippi. Now decision-making time here for the Lions. Do they try to go for it? Do they try to kick it away here with a 4th down and 6 situation?
And they got to kick it from their own 44-yard line up 17-14. Good job by Moore, our linebacker of Itawamba, to knock the ball out of his hands, forcing a punt here.
Yeah, came in and put a pop on him right as he got the hand on the football. Falls incomplete. 4th down and 6. 3:17 to play here as East Mississippi will get set to kick this Little Caesars punt. ICC, I believe that's Terry Williams, back to return for the Indians. Snap back's a good one. Steps into the kick. High kick. And it's going to be called for a fair catch, and he bobbles it but falls right back on top of it, does Terry Williams. So with 3:09 to go here, the Indians with the football. We're in the second quarter. East Mississippi with the lead, 17-14. Jim, the Indians moved the ball well in that last possession, maybe finding something that works on offense. Let's see if we can do it again here.
You're right, and we got all 3 timeouts also. 3:09 left at halftime. We're only down 17-14. We got the ball. 1st and 10 Indians. The ball's at their own 23-yard line. How about a methodical, slow, half-ending drive for a touchdown?
Absolutely. We do want to remind you of the Bank of Oklahoma, a hometown bank serving Chickasaw County and the surrounding areas for over 75 years. Find out more by visiting bankofoklahoma.com. John Herod and company there, proud to sponsor ICC Athletics here on FM 95 Sports. Ellington, they go in the pistol formation. This is the first time we've seen this. Forsythe tries to stiff arm his way, and it's just driving a man down the field. Big, impressive run that time by Forsythe.
Gain of 5, Adam. 2nd down, 2nd and 5 for the Indians. The ball's at their own 28-yard line. 2:50 left in the halftime. We're only down 17-14.
Now, that was a big boy run that time by Forsythe. He just pretty much put his hand to the chest of the defender that time, was able to pick up 5 yards. So 2nd down and 5. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Forsythe is still your running back. Ellington out of the shotgun. Forsythe now goes in motion. Ellington looking across field, now decides to tuck and run. Runs into his own line that time. And a break there for East Mississippi. Boy, he had a whole lot of green grass to go that time. Instead, turns into a loss of 4.
3rd down, 3rd and 8 for the Indians. The ball's at their own 25-yard line. Now we've got to think here, Adam, if we don't make this first down, East Mississippi will get the ball back, and they've got 3 timeouts.
And so that was actually a loss of 3 on the play. So 3rd down and 8. The Indians have been pretty solid on 3rd down tonight, but we need them to come up big again here. Ellington looking to the sideline, looking for the play call. Forsythe switches sides to Ellington's left. Snap. Ellington looking to pass. Has a man on the sideline. It's complete. Does he catch it? Yes, he does. Move the chains, and that's going to be a first down for the good guys.
Kept that possession going, Adam. Great pass and throw. Great catch. 1st and 10. Indians at their own 35-yard line. A minute 45 left in the halftime. We're down 17-14, but moving.
So 17-14, East Mississippi with the lead, as Jim mentioned. 1:45 to play here in the second quarter. First down and 10. That first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. Ellington stepping up. Man, has all day to throw, and now it's just going to toss it forward, and ball goes out of bounds. Credit that being the secondary. Great play by the secondary of East Mississippi. Ellington just could not find anybody and nearly held onto it too long and took a sack that time as the pass falls incomplete. Second down and 10 now with 1:37 to go until the Little Caesars halftime report.
And we got plenty of time, Adam, because we've got all 3 timeouts. Pretty good field position at our own 35 right now.
So Ellington out of the shotgun, second down and 10, gets the snap, zips it forward, and is that one picked off? No, it's not. Woo! Big time break there for the Indians, as Ellington that time just got locked in on his receiver looking for Terry Williams, threw it in traffic, and somehow East Mississippi did not pick that one off.
He didn't see the defensive back because he threw it right to him. Fortunately, he dropped the ball. Hey, no damage, no harm. We still got the ball, 3rd and 10. Let's get this first down. We got a minute 31 left in the halftime.
So 3rd down and 10, as Jim mentioned there. ICC trailing East Mississippi 17-14. Dan Ellington out of the shotgun. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. This is Dinkins in the backfield at running back. Plenty of time to throw. Now pressure coming. The Indians got away with the hold. Nope, there's a flag down, so maybe they didn't get away with it. Ellington steps by one, steps by another one across the 45 to the 45 across the 50. But, Mr. Jim, I'm afraid this one's going to come back.
Great run by Dan Ellington. Like you said, there's a yellow flag on the 33-yard line. I'm afraid this is coming back at him. I hope we're wrong.
That was a big-time run there by Dan Ellington, showing off his speed and his shiftiness to make him miss.
There's another flag.
And a late flag. Backfield. Yeah, a late flag coming down after that as well. So the officials will meet near the 40-yard line to talk this one over. As they talk about it, let's talk about Sonic. ICC fans, don't forget you can download the new Sonic app or sign up for exclusive text messages for specials by texting 4389. That's 4389 to 876642. So get ready to write that down. You can text Sonic 4389. That's Sonic 4389 to 876642. You can get the exclusive offers there as we go now to the field. So illegal formation on the offense. A 5-yard penalty is marked off. So what was the other flag?
Yeah, there's the other flag on about the 30-yard line of East Mississippi.
You got to be kidding me. Come on. Okay, so they called it offsetting.
Okay.
So both players get their first unsportsmanlike conduct penalty there. I thought they were going to call that one on ICC again. Man, the Indians, every time the flag hits the turf, it just does not go their way. So a tough break there. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. I believe this is going to be a 3rd down and 15 situation now for the Indians. What a great run by Dan Ellington. Unfortunately negated after an illegal formation called on the Indians. East Mississippi. They said East Mississippi takes the timeout. It says their first timeout. Or maybe ICC took the timeout. I don't know why anybody would take the timeout while the officials were sorting things out there. Either way it goes, it's going to be a 3rd down and 15 situation here. 1:19 to play until halftime. East Mississippi leading ICC 17-14. Ellington steps up in the pocket. Now he's got a whole lot of room to run again. He's across the 50. Down to the 45. Slides down and picks up the first down. Great run that time by Dan Ellington. Needed 15 to get the first down. Got about 25, and it moves the chains. It'll be another 1st and 10 here for the Indians. Big time play there. Now the clock continues to run. Coming underneath a minute to play now until halftime.
Adam, we still have 2 timeouts. We got plenty of time. We got the ball at their 46-yard line with 2 timeouts.
Ellington gets the snap. Looking to throw. Now steps up. Throws it across the middle. Just short-armed at that time as it was intended for Terry Williams. Good-looking throw that time. Looks like he was a little off-balance on off that back foot, but ball falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
Stops the clock. 2nd and 10. 2 timeouts. Good field position. We're there 46-yard line. 50 seconds left in the halftime. 17-14. East Mississippi up by 3.
So Ellington will look to the sideline to get to play. They actually have Slash lined up in the backfield. Now he will shift to the outside. He was lined up at running back in that last one. Dinkins now will check in. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Thomas and Salisbury here at the near side of the field. Looks like it is Honeycutt and Williams on the far side. Ellington gets the snap. 2nd down and 10. Looking to throw. Aims to the sideline. It falls incomplete. And once again, just throwing behind the man, looking to go for it that time. Pass falls to the turf. 45 seconds to play. 3rd down and 10 here for the Indians. They trail 17-14 to East Mississippi.
Adam, I think it's 4-down territory. It's only 45 seconds left until halftime. The ball's on their 46-yard line. I say let's run 2 plays here. Even if you don't make it on 4th down, that leaves them only about 30 seconds.
And so I see what the scorekeeper is doing here at East Mississippi. He has actually taken off all the timeouts on the scoreboard for East Mississippi, trying to make the opposing team think they don't have any timeouts left. Kind of a shady dealing there by East Mississippi. Who's surprised? We'll take a break. 17-14 is your score. Back with more right after this.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. Check out this week's specials.
Fresh cut bone-in beef ribeye steaks, $6.98 per pound. Green seedless grapes, 99 cents per pound. And Best Choice Oil, just $1.98.
At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
The new extra most bestest pizza from Little Caesars is topped with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for the nation's best price. And now for a secret message.
Surrender to the toppings.
Incredible! Extra most bestest, the most cheese and most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
And welcome back out of the timeout. It's 3rd down and 10 with 45 seconds to play. ICC trailing East Mississippi 17-14 here in the 2nd quarter. Ellington gets the snap. Plenty of time to throw. Now the pocket closes on him. And that was a big-time play there by East Mississippi. And once again, really surprised to see Dan Ellington holding the football because he took a pop that time. And East Mississippi, wow, they take a timeout that the board says they don't have.
It's amazing. Adam, we got to punt now. We just lost another 10 yards. The ball's back at our 45-yard line. Only 33 seconds left at halftime. Punt the football.
Yeah, tough play there for the Indians to swallow to be a 4th down. They're going to call this 4th down, and they say 20. I'm going to call it 4th down and 19 here for the Indians. And Mr. Jim, I know it happens. Scoreboard incidents happen all the time. But when they show 3 timeouts on the board and all of a sudden you look up, they have 0 left, that's
I'm sure it's an accident.
I'm sure it is too. Just like I accidentally woke up this morning.
Yeah, I got
33 seconds to play.
Lord.
We talked about the ICC Spotlight. Let's talk about it again for those that might be just now joining us. ICC sophomore basketball player Brian Halems has committed to the Ole Miss Rebels. He did that this afternoon. We'll have more information on that when we get back to Fulton, possibly next week. So big-time commitment there for the sophomore from ICC. He had an outstanding summer, an outstanding freshman year. Last year was named All-State, All-Region, and looks like likes the colors red and blue as he's going to try and take his game to Oxford next season. So this will be a Little Caesars punt coming up. This is going to be Hayden Franklin to step into this one. Snaps a good one. Puts the foot into it. High arching kick. Fair catch is called at the 20-yard line, and that's where East Mississippi will have it with 25 seconds to play until halftime. Mr. Jim, boy, oh boy, a lot of time left for East Mississippi. Don't know how many timeouts they have.
They might have 3 or 4.
Yeah, they might have 3 or 4.
But Adam, good job by Hayden Franklin. Forced the fair catch. They got to go 80 yards. You mentioned only 25 seconds left in the halftime. Who knows how many timeouts they have.
Yeah.
But let's go in at half, down 17-14. I feel good where we are.
Absolutely. So it will be a 1st down and 10 situation here for the Lions. 25 seconds to play until we're at halftime. East Mississippi steps up in the pocket, closes, and there's a big-time stop by the Indians, as that's going to be number 88 coming up and making the play for ICC. That's Tyree Bryant, and that might do it here for the first half. East Mississippi's going to rush to the line of scrimmage. 10 seconds to play here. They're going to look to the sidelines, and looks like they're just going to take this one into halftime. Your score, ICC trailing number 1 East Mississippi 17-14. It's been an exciting first half of play, folks. You don't want to go anywhere. We'll take a break and come back with a Little Caesars halftime report here from Scuba. East Mississippi 17, ICC 14 at the half.
The new extra most bestest pizza from Little Caesars is topped with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for the nation's best price. And now for a secret message.
Surrender to the toppings.
Incredible! Extra most bestest, the most cheese and most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza. Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef. No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce. Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare.
Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seed.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
When I grow up, I'm gonna redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef. No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce. Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seed.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
And welcome back to the Little Caesars halftime report. ICC trailing number 1 East Mississippi 17-14 here at the half. Mr. Jim, your thoughts on the first half. These thoughts being brought to you by the Bank of Okolona. They're a hometown bank serving Chickasaw County and the surrounding areas for over 75 years. Learn more about the Bank of Okolona by visiting bankofokolona.com.
Adam, we started out the game. The first 5 minutes of the game, it was 7-7. Looks like offense was taking control for both teams. Defense has settled in. Kicking game's been key. We're playing very well with them right now. I don't have the stats in front of me, but they're very even, I believe. Each team has 1 turnover. 17-14, as we mentioned. East Mississippi up by 3 points at halftime. I like where we are now. We're not intimidated. We're playing hard. We're playing fast. Dan Ellington's still looking good. We've got a good chance next half.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at some first half scoring being brought to you by Sonic. It's Wing Night in America is back at Sonic, which means wings are buy one, get one free every Thursday from 5 to close. They have 6 bold flavors to choose from, including new garlic parmesan, roasted chipotle, and sweet sesame. In the first quarter, Dan Ellington found Jamel Thomas on a 34-yard touchdown pass at the 12:44 mark to give ICC the 7-0 lead. And about 2-3 minutes later, at 9:40 mark, Price scored on a 1-yard run to tie it up at 7. And then with 5:56 to go in the first quarter, Crabtree poked in a 38-yard field goal, gave East Mississippi a 10-7 lead. Price scored his second touchdown run, actually 2 seconds later than he scored it in the first. He scored at 9:40 in the first quarter, 9:38 in the second quarter. That was an 11-yard run. East Mississippi took a 17-7 lead, and then Dan Ellington answered with a 5-yard touchdown run with 5:10 to go in the second half, and that is your first half scoring being brought to you by Sonic. We're going to take a break, hear a word from Sonic and some more of our sponsors, and have a special presentation of the ICC All-American Band here at halftime. We'll be back with more right after this on FM 95 Sports and Let'sGoICCTV.com.
All right, we're back with one of the best dunkers in basketball. His name is Zach LaVine.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right, enough with the jibber jab. Let's roll Zach's top 10 dunks. Okay. Oh, look at that.
Hachi, chachi, dunky, reenie.
Guys, these aren't my dunks. These are sandwiches.
Welcome to our house.
That's right. We live here.
You live here with the sandwiches?
No, I have a home and a wife and a child.
I live here with the sandwiches.
Try the new Dunked Ultimate Chicken Sandwich in 3 bold flavors and get half-price shakes and ice cream slushes after 8 p.m. This is how you Sonic.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. Check out this week's specials.
Fresh cut bone-in beef ribeye steaks, $6.98 per pound. Green seedless grapes, 99 cents per pound. And Best Choice Oil, just $1.98.
At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
From the moment they were young, you cheered them on. You defended them and you encouraged them. Why? Because as a child's parent, you are their greatest influence. You always wanted them to be better, accomplish more, and make a difference. We want that too. At Itawamba Community College, we give them the opportunity to live a life above the bar.
Continues this evening with our Indianette feature, Carlos Santana's Smooth. Reporting on with this percussion feature, Gloria Estefan's 1985 hit tune, Conga. Also featured on trumpet are Lydia Short of Pontotoc, Brandon York of Amory, Danielle Creighton from Tupelo, Jenna Harris, Mantachi, Armando Quinones from Pontotoc, Daniel Torres from Tupelo, Holly Jones, Pontotoc, and Michael Collins from South Pontotoc. of Houston. Color guard captains are Valerie Blake of Itawamba, Amaya Lee of Aberdeen. Percussion captains are Logan Freeman from Corinth and Jeremy Hendricks from Tupelo. ICC All-American band directors are Ryan Todd.
When I grow up, I'm gonna redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza, pizza.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. Check out this week's specials.
Fresh cut bone-in beef ribeye steaks, $6.98 per pound. Green seedless grapes, 99 cents per pound. And best choice oil, just $1.98.
At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
Today, you are connected more than ever. Your friends, your family, your life. Having a partner that understands banking is what you do on your time, anywhere you like. It's about being connected, which is easy with convenient locations in your community. Understanding that sometimes you need to speak to real people with real answers. Banking partners with the services you desire, who understand how you want to bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
I got a great deal on pizza.
You went to Little Caesars and got an extra most bestest with the most cheese and pepperoni for just $6.
I got a terrible deal on pizza.
Give me that.
Get the most cheese and most pepperoni at the nation's best price. Little Caesars $6 extra most bestest.
Pizza.
And welcome back. Halftime, your score. East Mississippi, the number 1 team in the country, 17. ICC, 14. And we're going to go, you're listening to the Little Caesars halftime report here on FM 95 Sports. Let's go over some Sonic stats that caught your eye there in the first half, Mr. Jim.
You're right, Adam. It's an even game. Here's the first downs. East Mississippi has 17. ICC has 14. The Indians, though, have more total yardage. They have 266 yards. East Mississippi has 213 yards. Dan Ellington is 15 of 23 with only 1 interception. Possession time, the Indians had the ball 16 and a half minutes. East Mississippi 13 and a half minutes. Leading receivers right now, of course, Terry Williams, the All-American receiver for us, caught 7 passes for 82 yards. Basically, it's been an even game, Adam. You know, we don't like looking at this. Some of the penalties might have been legitimate, but right now we have 7 penalties and East Mississippi has 1 penalty.
Yeah, that's I guess you could say on par for whenever you do come here and scuba. 17-14 is your score here at halftime. Let's take a look at some other scores throughout the league. These being brought to you by Renaissance Bank. At Renaissance Bank, they understand consistency. They understand hard work, but most importantly, they understand you. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC. Is their equal housing lender. RenaissanceBank.com for more information there. East Central and Gulf Coast is at halftime. East Central leading 13-3. At halftime, Jones County leading Colin 14-3. Ball game we're keeping an eye on. East, Northeast, and Southwest. Northeast leading 21-19 at halftime. In the third quarter, Northwest, no problem with Delta. They're up 41-0. And in the third quarter, it's Holmes leading Coahoma 17-6. Holmes, the number 3 team in the country. Coahoma vastly improved. Then you've got in the third quarter, Hines leading Pearl River 28-16. Of course, that's who we'll see next week in Fulton. And next week, Mr. Jim, a very special weekend at ICC. We're going to have our community tailgate. You can find out more about that by visiting the ICC Spotlight section brought to you by Food Giant on letsgoicc.com. But it's Military Appreciation Night, something we've done for many years, and it's a very special night where we honor the men and women that have sacrificed so much, and them and their families, for us to enjoy a lot of freedoms that sometimes we take for granted, like getting to enjoy a football game like tonight. But they'll get free admission to that. It's very something that's near and dear to the heart of the ICC family.
No doubt about it, Adam. We like doing this. We want to honor our military families and the military men and women and their families. And they're welcome to come out to our game next Thursday night at 7 p.m. Of course, at Eaton Field. We look forward to you coming out there for the tailgate and also for Military Appreciation Night. It should be a special night on campus in Fulton, Mississippi.
Absolutely. You can visit iccms.edu for more information on that. We're going to take another quick time out. Hear a word from Little Caesars. We'll be back with more. ICC trailing number 1 East Mississippi 17-14 here at the half. Back with more right after this.
The new extra most bestest pizza from Little Caesars is topped with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for the nation's best price. And now for a secret message.
Surrender to the toppings.
Incredible! Extra most bestest, the most cheese and most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
From the moment they were young, you cheered them on. You defended them and you encouraged them. Why? Because as a child's parent, you are their greatest influence. You always wanted them to be better, accomplish more, and make a difference. We want that too. At Itawamba Community College, we give them the opportunity to live a life above the bar.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
The new extra most bestest pizza from Little Caesars is topped with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for the nation's best price. And now for a secret message.
Surrender to the toppings.
Incredible! Extra most bestest, the most cheese and most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, we keep an eye on this. Dan Edwards, part of the WSN team out there in L.A., just sent me a text saying it's Holmes 17-12 over Coahoma. That's in the fourth quarter. And Hines is up 28-16. Both those games in the fourth quarter there. So Coahoma trying to pull off one of their biggest upsets in school history by taking on number 3 Holmes this evening. We're just moments away from the start of the third quarter as East Mississippi will be kicking things off here to start the third quarter. This will be a First American National Bank kickoff being brought to you by Tommy Chamley and friends there at First American National Bank. For the Indians, 2 back to receive. One of them is Hurd, and the other, maybe Michael Reed, back to receive this kick.
I believe it's Michael Reed, number 28. You're right, Adam.
So the kick is going to be into the end zone about a yard or 2 deep. Hesitated to bring it out. Now he's going to try to get to the outside, breaks it to the corner, trying to find an open spot. And no, Mr. Jim, not a good decision that time for the Indians. If you're going to bring it out, you got to bring it out. If you're not, you're going to have to stay home.
Adam, the 2 things that went wrong there. Number 1, he shouldn't have brought it out. And the second thing, he went east-west and needed to go north-south.
Yes.
And that's why he was brought down to the 5-yard line.
So the Indians will have it first down and 10. The ball will be at the 5-yard line. Hey, we can drive 95
That's
yards
right.
as
Good
easily
stats.
as anybody else. Yes. So the Indians will come out with a first down and 10 situation here. For those that may be trying to watch the live stream in Fulton that may be listening here on FM 95 Sports, it's not an issue with our equipment. It's the issue with the Fulton Telephone Company, them not being able to power the stream there. We will try to find out more information on that for you next week. Play action pass across the middle is complete. Looking for a block, and it's going to be hit, and no, dropped, and now out about the 25. The ball came free, but are they going to say he was down? No, they're going to say the ball is free. East Mississippi says they have it. The second effort, and they do. Tough break there, as that was just a monster hit that time that jarred the ball free.
I think the receiver's still down on the field, Adam.
Yeah, that was close to targeting that time as the player is down for ICC. He sure led to him with the head that time. The ball came free.
Did you see who caught the ball?
It was number 19, Malik Honeycutt, and he is up on his own now. Boy, tough break there for the Indians. Was good enough to pick up the first down, try to lower his head and pick up a few extra yardage. A hard hit, almost helmet to helmet that time. A turnover gives the ball back to East Mississippi.
1st and 10, East Mississippi. They're on our 27-yard line, Adam. Just started the third quarter, 14:41 left in the third quarter, 17-14 Lions over the Indians.
So East Mississippi with 2 receivers on both sides of the ball. Give is going to be the long running back in the backfield, trying to bully his way forward. It gets across the 25-yard line down to about the 24 is where East will have it. It'll be a second down after a pickup of about 3, maybe 4 on the play.
Adam, big series here, and we need to stop them from getting a touchdown, try to hold them to a field goal attempt.
Second down and 7, quickly snapping the ball. Pass out in the flat is caught, and the Indians that time doing a nice job coming up quickly and making the tackle on the play. Read that screen pass, a light thrown out to the flats there. ICC comes up, makes the play, should bring up a third down. Third down, and let's call this a long 5 situation here for the Lions. Possession down here. ICC's defense needing to find a way to get a stop. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper this time, and he's going to try to tuck it up the middle. He does. Gets out to the 10, 5, and touchdown, East Mississippi. That was a busted play that turned into a touchdown there for the Lions, and that was a quick answer, Mr. Jim, after that turnover.
No doubt about it. Lindsey Scott, extremely fast at quarterback, just outran us to the corner. As you mentioned, Adam, we had a big turnover there to start the third quarter. East Mississippi takes advantage. They're up 23-14, pending the extra point. 13:47 left in the third quarter.
So waiting the PAT here for East Mississippi, trying to take a 10-point lead. Hey, give credit where credit's due. They forced the turnover, and they were able to convert it into a touchdown on a third down play. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 24-14, 13:47 to play here in the third quarter. East Mississippi leading ICC. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and FM 95 Sports.
With Farm Bureau, you're getting local agents, great auto rates, and fast, friendly claims.
Great. Glad I went with Farm Bureau.
No, it's Farm Bureau. Farv. Say it with me. Farm. Farv. Ma. You know what? Doesn't matter. Either way, you're all set.
See? That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
For coverage you can't beat. Farm Bureau Insurance.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. 13:47 to play here in the third quarter. Adam Gore, Jim Ingram bringing us action here on FM 95 Sports, as well as Let'sGoICCTV.com. We do want to say a special hello to Miss Tina Harlow, running things back there at FM 95 Sports in Amory. Remind you can listen to Amory football every Friday night here on FM 95 Sports. This First American National Bank kickoff is going to be taken at the 3-yard line. And up the middle he goes, breaks off one tackle across the 25 down to the 30. And you see East Mississippi trying to strip the ball away from number 28, Keyshawn Hurd that time. But Hurd was able to hold on to it and looks like they're going to get the ball out to about the 30-yard line, is where the Indians will have it, 1st and 10.
All right, Adam, let's take advantage. Good field position. Got to get over that turnover. Early in the third quarter, 13:41 left in the third quarter. East Mississippi 24, ICC 14. Need a good, sustain a long drive here, Adam, and come away with some points.
So the Indians will bring to the line of scrimmage. Dan Ellington, your quarterback. Forsythe is the running back. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Ellington gets the snap. Going to give to Forsythe. Forsythe trying to get to that corner. That play has just not been there all night tonight, Mr. Jim.
Lost 5 yards, Adam. We are not running the football tonight. And we've got to spread them out. Forsythe trying to go east-west there. Too much speed for East Mississippi. Loss of 5, 2nd and 15 Indians.
So as Mr. Jim mentioned, 2nd down and 15 here for the Indians. Dan Ellington, your quarterback. Forsythe stays in at running back. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. That's pretty much the same set. Excuse me, that's Dinkins in now at running back. Ellington scrambling. Got a man coming up trying to put some pressure on now, trying to reverse field. And still looking for a reverse. Gets a good block. He's going to try to turn it up the field. Now gets a block again. Does he get enough for the first down? What a run by Dan Ellington. Looking like old school Archie Manning, running for about 80 yards to pick up 9.
Adam, we called a break because we might have had a clipping over there. They didn't see it. Someone had a late block for us. Hit the East Mississippi guy from behind, I believe. But, hey, they called a lot of penalties on us tonight. They need to let one go. It was very close to the side. I'm afraid that young man is injured, but a great play by Dan Ellington.
Yeah, it was close. They're actually going to give him a gain of 10 on the play. Looked like a pretty clean block to me across the way. Kind of just got him in the ear hole and knocked the breath out of him. Good to see that young man for East Mississippi getting up and walking to the sideline. I believe that's Cole Baker that was shaken up on the play, and he is walking off on his own power. So good to see there for that young man for East Mississippi. 1st down and 10. That first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, give Joey a call at 662-401-7732. That's 662-401-7732. Or you can stop by and see him at 710 South Adams Street there in Fulton. So a fresh set of downs here for the good guys. ICC trailing East Mississippi 24-14 with 12:55 and counting here in the third quarter of play. Ellington awaiting the snap, gets it. Pressure coming off the corner, steps up now, is going to drop off to the check man. That's Dinkins who gets a block across the 50, down to the 45, down to about the 43-yard line is where Dinkins will take the football. Nice job that time by Ellington, being patient. Found his check down, dropped it off for another pickup of 1st down.
Great block by Honeycutt. As you mentioned, Adam, good positive play. 1st and 10 Indians. The ball's at East Mississippi's 44-yard line. 12:30 left in the third quarter. We're down 24-14.
Fresh set of downs here for the Indians. Ellington, pass across the middle, and it is caught. What a play there by Terry Williams. That'll move the chains again. That's another Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. 1st down for the Indians.
1st and 10 Indians. Ball's at the 32-yard line now of East Mississippi. Great looking drive by the Indians. Need to come away with some points here, Adam.
So Ellington getting the play from the sideline. Dinkins is the running back. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. I see Salisbury and Thomas here on the near side. Ellington awaiting the snap. And this is going to be a give to Dinkins. Dinkins, boy, he's got a big hole there in front of him. Lowers his head and picks up some good yardage there on 1st down. Big time play there by Dinkins.
Good running by Dinkins and great blocking by the offensive line. They also helped push them positive for another 2 yards there, Adam. Gain of 9 yards. 2nd and 1 for the Indians.
So a big-time pickup there on first down. So now the Indians with a 2nd down and 1 situation. 11:40 to play here in the third quarter. ICC trailing EMCC, the number 1 team in the country, by the score of 24-14. ICC trying to get back on the board here. Ellington looks like he wants to keep the whole way on his own here. Now trying to create. Slips off 1 tackle, calling for a block, gets upfield, and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a pickup of 1 on the play. Boy, I tell you what, he was able to turn that into a positive. That looked like, well, that was ugly.
It was ugly, Adam, but he still got the first down. He got 2 yards. 1st and 10 Indians. The ball is now at the 21-yard line of East Mississippi. We're down 24-14. 11-10 left in the third quarter.
And so East Mississippi trying to find a way to get a stop here. ICC trying to answer that last touchdown run. It was a 21-yard touchdown run by Lindsey to put them up 24-14. Ellington coming to the line of scrimmage. Pass across the way is caught. Terry Williams, what a play. We saw him do it before. That time falling to the ground, making the catch, and a big-time play by Terry Williams. Just a beautiful route ran, falling to the turf, gets the ball inside the 5-yard line, where to be a 1st and goal for the Indians. And that was a big-time play there, possibly a What a Play Wednesday nominee coming up next week. Of course, those What a Play Wednesdays being brought to you by Renaissance Bank.
Terry Williams caught that ball almost on his back, Adam. Great catch by Terry Williams. 1st and goal, the ball's at the 4.
Indians underneath center for the first time in a while. Give us to Forsythe. Forsythe trying to power his way forward, gets down to the 1-yard line. So to bring up a 2nd down and goal situation here for the Indians. Clock continuing to run here. 10 minutes and 8 seconds to play in the third quarter. ICC knocking on the door. Can they find a way to stick this one in the end zone? They trail 24-14. East Mississippi, ICC once again breaking the huddle, coming underneath center. Ellington will keep it on his own this time, and I don't think he got anything. Did not get anything that time, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down and goal. Credit the defensive line of East Mississippi getting a pretty powerful surge.
No doubt about it, Adam. 3rd and goal, the ball's at the 1-yard line. Got to come away with points here. Of course, we want the touchdown. Big decision here, 3rd and 1, 3rd and actually a yard and a half. I believe we need to spread them out a little bit, let Dan maybe drop back, pass run option, use his athleticism.
We got a lot of people watching back in the Fine Arts building. Looks like there's close to maybe 13 people in there watching tonight, as there is going to be a timeout taken on the field. The play clock getting down a little too slow there for the Indians. And also want to give a shout out to the ICC baseball team checking in as well, watching tonight, trying to cheer the good guys to victory. Timeout on the field. We're going to take it with them. 24-14. East Mississippi with the lead. It'll be a 3rd down and goal from the 2-yard line when we come back right after this on FM 95 Sports and Let's Go ICCTV.com.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef. No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce. Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with the Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
And welcome back to action as the Indians knocking on the door. The Lions trying to keep them out here. The ball is in between the 1 and 2 yard line. Let's call it a 1.5 situation here for ICC. To be a 3rd down and goal here for the Indians. 9:18 to go in the third quarter. ICC trailing East Mississippi 24-14. Indians this time out of the shotgun. Ellington, still your quarterback. You've got Forsythe in the backfield with Ellington. Ellington gets the snap. He's going to try to keep it on his own, and East Mississippi read that one from the jump, Jim. They lose 3 on the play, and the ball now will be spotted at the 5.
Kick the field goal, Adam. Field goal will make it a 1-possession game. This will be a 22-yard attempt.
So the Indians quickly trot the kicking team on the field here. So it's going to be a 4th down and goal situation here for the Indians. And the ball is going to be spotted at the, what is that, the 13 is where they spot it?
Let's say a 23-yard attempt.
So a 23-yard attempt. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Big-time answer there for the Indians, as that's a 23-yard field goal up, in, and good by Caleb Comer. And that makes it a 24-17 contest. We'll keep it here. Mr. Jim, Indians didn't get the touchdown, But they did come away with points and does make it a one-possession game.
Adam, is still a positive drive. We're down by 10. We had a big turnover. They took advantage of the turnover. We took the next kickoff, went 70 yards down the field, didn't get the touchdown, got 3 within a touchdown with 8:38 left in the third quarter. East Mississippi 24, ICC 17.
That extra point being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. Brother Chris Burrows is proud to lead the ICC BSU. They meet Monday nights at 7:07 and Wednesdays for lunch. All they ask is bring $2 and a friend. Hey, don't forget that $2 to help buy your friend's lunch. Who wants to buy their friend lunch? You can only spend $2. You can't beat it.
How can you get lunch for $2?
Hey, that's what Brother Chris does. He spreads the love, spreads the message. So a special opportunity there for ICC. And, hey, actually, it's open for faculty, staff, anybody that wants to join them. Each Wednesday at lunch, they're located right across from the e-learning building there on the Fulton campus. So we're getting set for this First American National Bank kickoff. Coming off the foot of Comer, it's going to be angled towards the sideline, and it's going to hit and go out of bounds. And they're just trying to keep the ball away from this East Mississippi squad. Very dangerous return team. That one goes out of bounds. Going to set up East Mississippi with outstanding field position.
All right, Adam. They're going to put the ball, I believe, at the 35. Is that correct? First and 10?
I believe that's where it's going to go. We'll see. Or East Mississippi may elect to force them to kick it again. But, nope, they are going to bring the ball out to the 35-yard line. It'll be a first down and 10 situation here for the Lions. East Mississippi leads 24-17 over ICC. 8:38 to go here in the third quarter of play. Hey, don't forget there was a schedule change earlier in the week. ICC Soccer will be back home on Monday. That's what's coming up at ICC, being brought to you by Little Caesars. So it's going to be a play-action pass across the middle. Is it intercepted? No! In and out of the hands of number 23 for ICC. That was Q Lott. Boy, great job by Q anticipating that pass, nearly coming off of the big-time play.
That had been a great interception. He laid out, knocked the ball down. We got him behind the chains here. Second down, second and 10.
And so 8:34 to go here. Snap back, now looking to go deep. No, pump fakes it.
He just dropped the ball.
No, he just dropped the ball. Basically spiked the ball.
Slipped out of his hand. It's an incomplete pass. He was going forward. The ball went to the ground. Third and 10.
Tuck rule. So let's bring up a third down and 10 situation here for East Mississippi. Very confusing there because he looked like he pump faked. I think that's what he was thinking, pump fake, and just could not hold on to the football there. So a break for the Indians. 8:28 to go here in the third quarter. ICC trailing East Mississippi 24-17. They got to get the ball to the 45 for the first down. India's defense needs to get it back here. Showing pressure off the corner. Picked up nicely that time by East Mississippi. Plenty of room to run. Instead, tosses it down the field for the catch. The ball is free. Are they going to call it a fumble?
I believe they are. I don't think he's calling it dead.
What a big-time hit, and they return it back to the 50-yard line. Boom! Big-time hit for those watching on Let's Go ICC. And they threw the beanbag down. It was returned out to the 50-yard line by number 9 of ICC. That was Quinshea Hurd. Oh, my goodness. But they're going to mark
the ball where he picked it up, Adam.
Okay, so
he was on the ground. He couldn't get up. It's not pro football. He could not get up without being touched.
Quinshea Hurd with a big-time hit and a big-time play. Those big-time plays being brought to you by the ICC Wesley Foundation. Reverend John Foster invites all the ICC students to join the ICC Wesley Foundation Tuesday nights at 7. That's the ICC Wesley Foundation, making disciples for college life and life after. So a big-time play there. That could be our What a Play Wednesday play brought to you by Renaissance Bank next week. A timeout is going to be taken on the field. There's 8:18 to play here. East Mississippi taking the timeout. The Indians got the ball back after a turnover. We'll take the break with them. Hear a word from Little Caesars and more right after this on FM 95 Sports and Let's Go ICCTV.com.
When I grow up, I'm going to redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. How about this for a Renaissance Bank scoreboard update? Holmes up 23-20 over Coahoma. Number 3 team in the country, struggling with Coahoma tonight. Hey, this Coahoma team is not the Coahoma team of old. They are coming out and giving the number 3 team in the country all they want and then some. First down and 10 here for the Indians after a big-time punishing hit by Quinshea Hurd. The turnover at ICC has it now. 8:18 to play in the third quarter. 24-17 is the score in favor of East Mississippi. Ellington with the pass out in the flat is complete, and it's going to be hit and dropped just shy of the 40-yard line. So a solid pickup there, as I believe that was out to the tight end for ICC. That was number 83, Chris Long.
Glad to see Chris catch his second pass tonight, Adam. Good throw and catch. Got an East Mississippi player down injured.
And I tell you what, when you try to lower the boom on a guy like Chris Long, you look at him, he's standing at 6'5", 245. That's score-like numbers right there, Mr. Jim. Anytime you try to put a hit on him, you're going to pay for it.
No doubt about it. Nice young man, too. From Nettleton, Mississippi, a sophomore. Has come back from a hand injury this year. I believe that's his second catch tonight. He's been big in tonight's ball game.
Good to see number 25 from East Mississippi. That's Dwayne Pickett Jr., able to walk off or jog off. Even more encouraging there to see him jog off on his own power. So it's going to be a second down, and let's call it 3 situation here. After that gain of 7 on the pass out to Chris Long. So the Indians will have it now. Second down and 3. Clock is running, coming up on 8 minutes of play here in the third quarter. ICC trailing number 1 East Mississippi by the score of 24-17 with the football and a chance to tie it if they can find a way to drive this one down the field. Dan Ellington, your quarterback. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Ellington gets the snap. Throw across the way, and it's going to try to be underneath throw that time. A lot of contact, and no flag was thrown. I guess they're going to say maybe he was uncatchable, or maybe they say we can't throw flags on guys wearing red tonight, as on the defense of that play that time was Ty Williams.
Trying to throw a back shoulder throw to Jamel Thomas. Just a little bit short on the throw, Adam. There was some contact.
So it's going to be a third down, and let's call it a long 3 here for ICC. Ellington will get the play from the sideline and bark it out to the troops here for the Indians. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. You've got Thomas and Salisbury here on the near side of the field. That's going to be Forsythe now going in motion for the Indians. Ellington look for his check down. Now throws it across the middle. Pass is caught for the first down and then some. Gets a block across the 40. Down to the 35-yard line. Big time block by Christian Salisbury. Freed up Terry Williams for an additional gain there, and the Indians move the chains. First down and 10. That first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox.
You know, Terry Williams has been dragging across the middle all night, and he's been open. Good pass, good catch, good first down for the Indians.
You got to be a little crazy and fearless to go after those type routes. Ellington, pass across the way, and is it complete? Yes, it is. Jamel Thomas coming in and making the play. Big-time reception there for Thomas. And now the Indians moving down the field. The clock coming up on 7 minutes of play here in the third quarter. ICC trailing East Mississippi 24-17. It'll be a second down, and 1 situation here for the good guys.
And the ball is on the 27-yard line of East Mississippi. As Adam mentioned, 6:50 left in the third quarter. East Mississippi 24, ICC 17.
Dan Ellington getting the play call from the sideline, taking his time now. I want to make sure everybody's on the same page here. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Forsythe in the backfield for the Indians. Ellington surveying the defense, now gets the snap, going to give to Forsythe. Forsythe's going to have the first down, and then bullies his way across the 25. Still fighting forward, giving a Bush push there. Yes, that's a Notre Dame fan referencing the Bush push here on the broadcast tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as that's going to be good for another ICC first down.
First and 10 Indians. The ball is now on the 24-yard line. Good drive here, Adam. Need to keep it going.
I know Dave, listening back in L.A., loved that reference there. Coming up now on 6:15 to go here. ICC with the football. They trail 24-17. Snap to Ellington. Ellington now is going to try to tuck and run, and nothing going. The pocket collapse that time, and a good play that time by number 43 for East Mississippi. That's Cole Baker, who was shaken up on the play earlier tonight. Good to see him back in the contest, able to make a play there for the Lions.
Cole Baker, the sophomore from Alabama. That's his second sack tonight, I believe. Got a little pressure on Dan Ellington. We're okay, Adam. We still got 2 more downs. Second down. Second and 16, Indians. The ball is back at East Mississippi's 31. We got to go all the way to the 14.
So ICC, who has done a good job tonight converting in some long situations. Christian Salisbury now going to come in at the running back position. Now we'll send him out wide. 3 receivers here on the near side, 2 receivers up top. Ellington trying to get Slash to go in motion, and timeout was taken there as the play clock ran down to 0 seconds. So the Indians got to burn a timeout here. A little confusion on the field. Timeout taken. We're going to take it with them. Let's hear a word from Joey Cox and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com and FM 95 Sports.
With Farm Bureau, you're getting local agents, great auto rates, and fast, friendly claims.
Great. Glad I went with Farm Bureau.
No, it's Farm Bureau.
Farv.
Say it with me. Farm.
Farv.
You know what? Doesn't matter. Either way, you're all set.
See? That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
For coverage you can't beat, Farm Bureau Insurance.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen, as it'll be a second down and 16 here for the Indians. Out of the timeout, ICC trailing East Mississippi 24-17. We're in the third quarter of play. ICC with the football. Second down and 16, 5:27 to go here in the third. Indians go with 3 receivers on the far side of the field, 2 at the bottom. And Dan Ellington, your quarterback. Ellington, plenty of time to throw. Now he's going to step up in the pocket. And that time, once again, back-to-back sonic sacks by East Mississippi has drove the Indians back. And, Jim, you just got to give credit where credit's due. That's a secondary sack there, as Ellington could not find anybody breaking open that time on their routes.
Adam was third down, 3rd and 25. We're pushed back to their 40-yard line. 5 minutes left in the third quarter, 24-17. East Mississippi up by 7.
Holmes up 30-20 over Coahoma. That's in the fourth quarter. That's a Renaissance Bank scoreboard update. As now it's going to be a third down, and the scoreboard says 27. They also, while ago, said East Mississippi did not have any timeouts left, but mysteriously took 2. So Ellington having to hurry, gets the snap off with about 1 second. Ellington now is going to load up, chunk it downfield. It's got a man behind him, and it's going to be, that's got to be pass interference.
His arm. There,
and there it is. A flag is thrown.
Call that.
My goodness, they did not want to throw the flag, but you'll see it here on the Little Caesars replay. Got behind the man, just reached out and grabbed him, spun him around, and that's going to be a pass interference call. And the officials throw the flag. So a big-time break there for the Indians. I want to have to say this, a big-time break as well for East Mississippi. If they don't reach out and grab the guy, that's a touchdown.
It's a touchdown. There's no doubt about it. Matter of fact, it's a good play by the defensive back to get the interference call. But he did it right in front of the referee, and you and I were hollering during the play. They had to call that pass interference.
Yeah, I apologize if we kind of scared anybody listening on FM 95 Sports. Hey, we do want to remind you can hear the hits of yesterday every day on FM 95 Radio, also FM95Radio.com if you're away from your car there. Miss Tina Harlow always doing a great job for us back there in the studios in Amory. So a fresh set of downs here. First down and 10 for the Indians. 4:33 to go here in the third quarter. Give is going to be to Dinkins. Dinkins slices his way up the middle across the 20, and he'll be dropped there. Another solid pickup of about 5 yards that time by Dinkins. He's starting, Jim, to kind of figure things out here on this next level, and he's picked up some solid yardage there on first down. He will check out.
Good job by Dinkins. And Chris Long just snuck back into the game at tight end. Look for him maybe run another drag pattern across the middle here, Adam.
So second down and 5 coming up on 4 minutes of play here in the third quarter. ICC trailing East Mississippi 24-17. Forsythe goes in motion. Ellington, plenty of time to throw. Now he's being forced out of the pocket. Going to try to direct traffic. Then he's going to get up the field, and he's going to be drug out of bounds after getting across the 20 down to about the 18 is where they'll say he was drug out of bounds. So once again, that secondary stepping up big there. A gain of 2 by Ellington.
Third down, 3rd and 3 for the Indians. The ball is at the 18 of East Mississippi. 3:50 left in the third quarter. East Mississippi 24, ICC 17.
And Hines is won tonight by the final score of 42-16 over Pearl River. That's who ICC will see next week. So Hines, who picked up a 2-point win over the Indians, they pick up a 42-16 win tonight here over Pearl River. Dan Ellington is your quarterback, looking to throw. Tried the drag route that time and just short-armed it. It was there, Mr. Jim, just could not get it to him.
That's the first mistake Dan's made in a long time. He just short-armed in the past. You know, do we go for it here on the 18-yard line, or do you try a 35-yard field goal?
Oh, that's interesting, Mr. Jim. Looks like the Indians are going to keep the offense on the field here. 4th down, and let's call it a 1-2-3 situation here for the good guys. Boy, if East Mississippi, they have not committed maybe, 2 penalties tonight?
Correct.
Jump off sides for us one time here.
Yeah, let's do a hard count.
The Indians going to have to hurry. A lot of confusion here. 8 seconds on the play clock. Ellington to the line of scrimmage. Now make it 5 seconds on the play clock. And they get the snap off at 2. And pressure coming. Ellington tries to step up. He's going to throw it across the middle. And it just falls harmlessly to the turf. I'm going to have to say a break there. There's a late flag down, so hold everything. Did not see this, but the late flag was down. The officials are going to come talk this one over. Can the Indians finally get a break this evening? Let's go to the field and see what he's going to call. Nope, it's going to be against ICC. Of course it is. So they're going to say illegal receiver downfield, a lineman getting too far down the field. Man, I would like to see a stat. Now, I'm being honest about this. I would love to see a stat of flags against East Mississippi at home versus away. And I'm not trying to be a homer in this situation, but, man, it's just East Mississippi just does not get any calls against them when they're here in Scuba. Gibb is going to be to the lone running back. He breaks off a tackle, powers his way forward, and that's going to be a big-time pickup there by number 8 for East Mississippi. That is going to be Price, and he has been impressive tonight, Mr. Jim.
He's got 2 touchdowns. We weren't set then, Adam. They rushed the play up to the line of scrimmage. Our defense was not set.
That's what they like to do, so it's going to be another first down here. Now it's going to be a quarterback keeper. He tucks, tries to get to the outside. Now looking to cut back to the inside and slices to the 40-yard line before he slides to the turf there. Officially number 34, Dalen Fox on the tackle for the Indians.
Gain of 6. East Mississippi driving. Got the ball at their own 40-yard line. They're up 24-17. 2:45 left in the third quarter.
So the Indians now trying to find a way to get a stop here. And it's going to be missed tackle in the backfield, trying to get to the outside. And great job that time by number 18. That was Jarvis Hayes grabbing his jersey and allowing his teammates to come up and help. A gain of 1 on the play. It'll bring up a third down and 3 here for the Lions. 2:22 and counting here in the third quarter. ICC trailing the number 1 team in the country 24-17 here in Scuba. And it's going to be a give to the running back. Boy, that hole just opened up big. There's holding. That had to be hold. It was holding, but that's going to turn into a long touchdown run.
60-yard
You'll see it right there at the
run.
bottom of your screen. And again, another call goes uncalled against East Mississippi. As that was what? How long of a run?
60 yards, I believe, Adam. We played in tight trying to stop the run. When they broke the line of scrimmage, we only had 1 linebacker, and the wide receivers were out wide. We had nobody in the center of the field. He took it to the house.
Yeah, and then there was a hold that they miscalled that time as they held David Little, as you saw there on the replay, plain as day. So waiting the PAT, the kick is up, and the kick is good. We're going to take a timeout. Hear the word from Coke. ICC trailing East Mississippi by the score of 31-17 with 2:02 to play here. Back with more right after this on FM 95 Sports and Let'sGoICCTV.com.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef. No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce. Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done. Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with the Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
And welcome back as East Mississippi getting set for this First American National Bank kickoff here. They lead it 31-17 over the Indians with 2:02 to go here. As I got to reset my clock.
2:02 left in the third quarter. Adam, we need to take the ball this time. Don't get any further behind. Get a good sustained drive and get some points.
Ball's going to be taken at the 7-yard line by Keyshawn Hurd, trying to weave his way through traffic. He's going to be hit, stacked up, and knocked down at the 21 is where ICC will have it with a first down and 10 situation here. Boy, Mr. Jim, we talked about it all night. And I know anybody's watching is like, Gore, come on, you're an ICC guy. You're starting to sound redundant. We've replayed 2 plays where clear as day, especially on that last touchdown run, an ICC defender was being held. No flag was thrown. We said it was, 7 penalties to 1 in the first half in favor of East Mississippi, only being whistled 1 time with a flag. Oh, my goodness.
It's 10 penalties to 2, I think, now, here late in the third quarter. And, Adam, we're not going to get any calls here, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I keep talking about it.
We're going to have to overcome it. We're down 31-17. Plenty of time. 1:56 left in the third quarter.
So Ellington looking for the slant route, finds Thomas. Thomas across the middle is going to be hit and knocked down after a solid pickup there. First down. That'll be another first down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, give Joey a call at 401-7732. That's 401-7732. Is you can talk to Joey or stop by and see him there at 710 South Adams Street in Fulton. Ellington looking to pass, has his short route again across the 40, slips off one tackle, now trying to get to the sideline. Oh, what a block.
His helmet came off.
That time by the Indians. Oh, my goodness, you'll see it right here on the Little Caesars replay. I believe that was Honeycutt coming across and just laying some lumber. And even at the end of the play, Terry Williams leaps the defender to pick up the additional yardage. A big-time play there for the Indians. That big-time play being brought to you by the Tupelo Coca-Cola bottlers. Buddy Long and Company, proud to sponsor ICC Athletics. Remember, open Coke, open happiness.
Legal block, Adam. Just a great block.
So it'll be a first down and 10 situation now here for the Indians. Ellington looking to throw, goes to his check route. And it's going to be an open field, and that is going to be Forsythe who gets the ball across the 40. Going to be shy of that first down there.
That was Huddleston this time.
Oh, excuse me, Huddleston.
Came in from Shannon. Good little run there. Got 8 yards, 2nd and 2. Indians, the ball is at the 39-yard line of East Mississippi. A minute left in the third quarter. We're down 31-17.
So the Indians need to find a way to keep things going in the positive direction here. Ellington looking towards the sideline now. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Play action. And looking for the slant route that time, and ICC fans wanting a flag. Good no call. Yes, that's right. I can complain about the officials. I can compliment them as well.
There you go. I like that.
Good no call that time on the incidental contact. And so to bring up third down and 2.
Adam, big down here. We're bringing in Chris Long, our tight end. 41 seconds left in the third quarter. We're down 31-17. You know, we got the ball there 39. If we don't make it, maybe we go for it if we only have 1 or 2 yards we need to get.
Holmes defeats Coahoma 30-20. Third down and 2. Give is going to be to Forsythe. He gets the first down and then some. Crest across the middle to the 30. Gets a block now across the 20 down to the 15-yard line. Big time run that time.
Huddleston.
And that's Huddleston. So Huddleston is coming to the game, and he is showing off, folks. He's built a lot like Kadarius Forsythe, so that's the reason why I keep thinking. Of course, we're a little bit further away than we normally are. He's wearing number 27 tonight. A big-time game there, and that's going to be another first down for the good guys.
We're down to their 15-yard line. This could be the last play of the third quarter.
Play action. Pass is caught. That's going to be Chris Long, who actually caught that one at his knees. And that will get the ball down inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line, and that will probably do it for us here in the third quarter as there's 5 seconds remaining on the clock here. The Indians knocking on the door, trying to climb their way back into this one. We'll go into the fourth and final quarter of play. East Mississippi leading ICC 31-17. Do the Indians have some late game magic to come back and upset the number 1 team in the country? Let's hear from Sonic and more. Back with more right after this.
All right, we're back with one of the best dunkers in basketball. His name is Zach Levine.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right, enough with the jibber jab. Let's roll Zach's top 10 dunks. Okay. Oh, look at that.
Hachi, chachi, dunky, rini.
Guys, these aren't my dunks. These are sandwiches.
Welcome to our house.
That's
Zach.
right.
We live here.
You live here with the sandwiches?
No, I have a home and a wife and a child. I live here with the sandwiches.
Try the new Dunked Ultimate Chicken Sandwich in 3 bold flavors and get half-price shakes and ice cream slushes after 8 p.m. This is how you Sonic.
When I grow up, I'm gonna redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. ICC trailing East Mississippi, the number 1 team in the country, 31-17 as we start the fourth quarter of play. The ball is on the 8-yard line for the Indians as they're trying to get back into this one. Ellington trying to send a man in motion. That is going to be Terry Williams going to the top of your screen for those watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com. The dump route across the middle. Is it caught? No signal yet. Yes, touchdown Indians.
That's Chris Long, the tight end. He's had a career night tonight, Adam. I think he's got 5 catches, his first touchdown of the year.
An 8-yard touchdown pass to Chris Long. There is a player down for Scuba.
I thought you were going to say flag.
No, finally did not say that. The young man from East Mississippi shaking up in the end zone there.
And we hope he's okay.
And, let's say this. It's been a whole lot hotter than we've normally seen this time of year. We were worried about cramps becoming an issue. Hopefully that will be the case here for this young man from East Mississippi. Let's take a timeout. Hear a word from Choice Pond. Be back with more right after this on Let's Go ICC. All right, so let's keep it here. I said we'll go to a break, but he's able to pop off on his own power. We will hear from Choice Pond after this extra point attempt here. 8-yard touchdown pass. Ellington, that is his second touchdown pass of the evening. It goes to Long, his first touchdown of the season. And, boy, you talked about it, Jim. He has had an impressive night tonight.
I believe Chris either has 4 or 5 catches tonight. And he was injured earlier in the year, and I think this is the first time he's had some completions to him. And played very well tonight. We're happy for Chris Long.
So the Indians are set to attempt this extra point here. Waiting the snap is a good one. The kick is up, and the kick is good. The Indians make it a 31-24 contest. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got an exciting one brewing here in Scuba this evening. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
The new extra most bestest pizza from Little Caesars is topped with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for the nation's best price. And now for a secret message.
Surrender to the toppings.
Incredible! Extra most bestest, the most cheese and most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen, as your score. ICC scores just 5 ticks into the fourth quarter. They trail 31-24 here to number 1 ranked East Mississippi. Jim, man, we have had so far 3 games and 3 quarters, and a little bit more than 3 quarters. The Indians, we got to call them the cardiac kids, man.
No doubt about that. And we're playing very well tonight. Of course, playing the number 1 team in the nation on the road. We have not been intimidated. We've been with them right down the wire. We're only down 31-24 here early in the fourth quarter. We're in this ball game.
Short kick, and that's been the game plan all night tonight, as it's going to be taken at the 20-yard line. This is going to be number 14 trying to get to the outside, picks up a block, and try to turn up the middle. He's going to get out to the 49-yard line, and that will be where East Mississippi will have it, 1st and 10. 3 seconds off the clock. How was that only 3 seconds off the clock after he returns it about 30 yards?
I don't believe they started the clock on time, Adam.
Nah.
But a good return for East Mississippi. Give them credit. Ball at midfield. 1st and 10 lines. They're up 31-24. 14:52 left in the ball game.
East Mississippi with the football. They get a good spot there. They do mark it just shy of the 50 is where they'll have it, 1st down and 10. 3 receivers on the near side of the field. And going to be given to the long running back. He's going to be stacked up and hit for a loss. That's going to be a loss of about a half a yard on the play. Good job by the Indians defense there to come in and make the play. It's going to be a 2nd down. Let's call it 2nd down. A short 11, long 10 here for the Lions.
We stopped Price. He's got 2 touchdowns tonight, but we stopped him at the line of scrimmage then, Adam.
East Mississippi wasting no time getting back on top of the football. That's how they like to play. And it's going to be a passing situation here. Pressure coming off the corner. Nearly got him. Did Silo, and now up the field they go, and that could be a horse collar tackle there, and it will be. Just one of those unfortunate plays there for the Indians, as that's going to be Cartavius Ivy coming up and making the play. Reached out and grabbed him. Looked like he got him by the back of the jersey instead of the back of the collar. They're going to talk this one over, and let's see what they're going to call here on this one. And it's going to be a horse collar tackle on this one. I thought he got a handful of jersey, but instead,
look dramatic.
I think it's still the same thing.
Yeah. And it's going to be a 15-yard penalty, unfortunately, against the Indians.
Tough break there for the Indian. Yeah, they're going to call that a horse collar tackle. I thought he had him about midway down the jersey, but probably the right call there in that situation. Unfortunate for the Indians, though, as the ball now is going to be marched down to the 29-yard line, where it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Lions. Boy, I tell you what, if you needed a break tonight and you're anybody wearing red and white, you have gotten it. 31-24, East Mississippi with the lead and the football. Looking to go deep off the penalty, challenging, and that time is going to be a touchdown. As just quick strike that time, 29-yard touchdown toss. David Little could not find the football after getting turned around on that play there.
Brandon Rogers, sophomore from Mobile, Alabama, made a good catch, good throw. Let's give credit where credit's due. David Little's played great defensive back all year. He just couldn't get it turned around in time then. East Mississippi answers the call. Touchdown East Mississippi. They're up 37-24, pending an extra point. 14:06 left in the ball game.
And that's what East Mississippi likes to do. They like to take their shots, and if they can make it happen, they take advantage of it. They did that time there. Waiting the PAT here, 37-24, as Jim mentioned, 14:06 to play. Snap is a little high, the kick is up, and the kick is true. So your score, ICC sees East Mississippi answer in a hurry, 38-24. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this as we hear from Food Giant here on FM 95 Sports.
At Food Giant, serving you is our #1 priority. We offer the freshest produce, highest quality meats, tasty baked goods, and the best meats and cheeses in our deli department. Check out this week's specials.
Fresh cut bone-in beef ribeye steaks, $6.98 per pound. Green seedless grapes, 99 cents per pound. And best choice oil, just $1.98.
At Food Giant, you'll always find a staff member eager to help you find exactly what you need. Freshness, variety, value. Shop Food Giant today with several locations in North Mississippi.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. This one in the fourth quarter. Anything you can do, I can do better. East Mississippi scores with 14:06 to play here. They take a 37-24 lead over the Indians after a 29-yard touchdown pass to Rogers from Scott. This will be a First American National Bank kickoff coming here for the Lions. A kick is going to be into the end zone, out of the back of the end zone, so the Indians will have it with a 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Jim, if you're the Indians, shake it off, say, hey, we just put one in the end zone, let's go back and do it again.
No doubt about that. I mean, the game would be even closer. We went for it on 4th down earlier in the 3rd period, came away empty, so we have moved the ball up and down the field basically all night. We've got plenty of time. We're down 38-24. 14:06 left in the 4th quarter. Let's get a good drive here, starting from our own 25.
We do want to thank all those that are watching here on Let'sGoICCTV.com, the Red Channel, as well as listening to FM 95 Sports. Remember, you can hear the hits of yesterday every day on FM 95 or FM95Radio.com. So it'll be a 1st down and 10 here for the Indians. 2 receivers here on the near side. Now man in motion for the Indians. Quick pass is out to the flat and is caught once again. That is Chris Long. So the Indians have found something working with their tight end, a positive pickup. A pickup about 8 on the play that time with the pass out to Long.
Good job, Ellington Long. Become a big-time receiver tonight, Adam. We think that's his 5th or 6th catch. Positive game. 2nd down, 2nd and 2 for the Indians.
They actually give us a pretty good spot on that one. Let's call it a 2nd down and 1 situation now here for the Indians. The clock is rolling. If I can ever just remember to hit the start on the clock. Ellington, give is going to be to Huddleston in the backfield. Huddleston's going to power his way forward and gets the 1st down. Nicely done that time by Huddleston. He has come in and ran well tonight, Jim. His helmet comes off, so he'll have to come out of the game. Forsythe will come in. Once they get the chain set, they will start the clock here.
And I'm glad to see Keegan get some carries tonight, playing very well tonight. We're playing all 3 running backs, playing very well tonight for the Indians.
So it'll be a 1st down and 10. This 1st down being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, give Joey a call at 401-7732. Dan gets the snap, pressure coming off the corner, and he is going to be hit. And he has a guy wrapped around him, but he still completes the pass. What a play there by Dan Ellington. Let's look at that on the Little Caesars replay. My, oh my, he had a guy wrapped around him, still had the wherewithal to throw that one forward and pick up a gain of about 12 for the 1st down.
And he is limping at him. I don't know if he needs to come out one play or not. He is not going out, or he doesn't want to go out. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, he is slow to get to the line of scrimmage. Looks to the sideline now. That last pass was completed to Terry Williams coming back to help his quarterback out on that last play. So a 1st down and 10 here for the Indians. Ellington coming to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers on the far side of the field. Now is going to change the play. 3 seconds on the play clock. Going to have to get the snap off. And they just do. Give is going to be to the long running back in the backfield. That is going to be, I believe, Forsythe. And Forsythe gets across the 50 down to about the 48-yard line. A very solid pickup there on first down.
Good job. I'm glad Dan Ellington wasn't trying to pass in. He's still shaking up, but he will not come out of the game, Adam. Tough young man. Having an outstanding year and another outstanding ball game tonight.
Pickup of 6 on the play that time by Forsythe. Brings up a second down. Second down, and let's call it a long 4, short 5 to go here for the Indians. The Indians need to find a way to get in the end zone here. Marching down the field against East Mississippi, they trail 37-24. Pass out in the flat is complete. That should be a face mask. And they're looking around. Terry Williams looking at the official. The official shakes his head no, and that's going to be good for another first down for the good guys. Boy, I tell you what. His head just ripped around, and I'm sorry, he's not going to look like an exorcist out there spinning his head around in circles.
Yeah, they might have got away with one there, Adam. But let me say this. Terry Williams has got double-digit catches already tonight here early in the fourth quarter.
11:45 to go here. ICC is trailing this one 38-14. Ellington pass is going to be a little short. They're going to say it's incomplete as it hit the turf. And Terry Williams tried to play that one off as if he caught it, but the official right there and finally makes the right call. Sorry.
That's okay.
So it's going to pass, it's going to fall incomplete, brings up a second down and 10 situation now. 11:39 to play here in the fourth quarter. ICC trailing 38-24 to the number 1 team in the country. Ellington brings the troops to the line of scrimmage. Ball is on the 41-yard line, second down and 10. Ellington gets the snap. Delay pressure coming over the middle. And that is going to be a pass complete. He's going to be out of bounds near the 32-yard line, so it should bring a third down and short situation here for the Indians.
Should be 3rd and 1, Adam. The ball is at their 32-yard line. As you mentioned, 38-24, 11:29 left in the ball game. We're down by 14 points.
So coming up on 11:20 to play here in the fourth quarter, it'll be a 3rd and 1 situation here for the good guys. Ellington comes to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers on both sides of the football. Give to Forsythe. Forsythe is wrapped up in the backfield, fights forward. Is it going to be enough for the first down? I don't think so. I think he just got back to the original line of scrimmage, so it'll be a 4th down. 4th down and 1 situation here. The clock is stopped for some reason.
It is shocking. Should be running.
Yeah.
Hey, that's fine with us.
I would say we'll take it unless there's a timeout taken maybe.
Now he's saying run it.
Now he's saying run it. So it's going to be a 4th down. 4th down and a long 1, short 2. So the Indians to the line of scrimmage. Hustling up here. Ellington's going to give to Dinkins, and Dinkins, second effort. Did he get it? No, he did not. The official's going to come in and mark the football where his knee went down. It's going to be the original line of scrimmage. I don't know. The line judge comes up and marks it at the 31. I think he's going to be about a half a yard shy.
He didn't get it at him. 1st and 10, East Mississippi. They take over.
If they mark the ball where the line judge is standing, you got to measure that. He is standing on the 31, had to get across the 31. I'm amazed. No, I'm not. That they're not coming out and measuring that one.
Oh, me. 1st and 10, East Mississippi. The ball's on their own 32-yard line. 10:48 left in the ball game. 38-24 lines up on the Indians.
So East Mississippi with the football now. 1st and 10. ICC's defense has got to find a way to get the football back.
How about a turnover?
We need it. Play action. They're going to go deep across the middle, and it's going to be over the head of the receiver. Incomplete. And that will stop the clock with 10:43 to play. Jim, when you play the number 1 team in the country, you've got to get every break you can. When you play the number 1 team in the country and they get some help from the guys in the stripes, it's almost no way you can win this ball game. And we said at the top of the broadcast, that's just how it is when you come to Scuba.
No doubt about it. And we've had twice where we've gone for it on 4th down deep in their territory and came away empty, Adam.
As there's going to be a pass out to the flat. It is caught and going to be knocked down at the 40-yard line. Let's give credit where credit's due now. You did mention that, Jim. We do get to the point where it's 4th and 1. East Mississippi did come up with those stops.
Right,
twice tonight. So credit to East Mississippi and coming up on those stops there. Coach Nick Coleman tuning in, and he said he's watching it, and he said he's watching it. That's all I want to read of your text, Coach.
Oh, me.
So this is going to be a give to the long running back in the backfield. Slips off one tackle across the 50 down to the 45, and there's going to be a face mask penalty. Yeah, now you're going to throw the flag. After ICC got face masked the same way last time, That one, though, right there in front of the official.
Yeah, and it really did pull its head back, and there was flash coming from everywhere.
Yeah.
That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. It's going to be 1st and 10. They're going to be down to our 31-yard line, Adam.
Yeah, we will most definitely look at that stat at the end of the night. Probably be one of your Sonic stats of the ball game. Will be the difference in penalties this evening in favor of the Lions.
Let me tell you, there's no doubt in my mind we have over 150 yards of penalties right now.
I agree. Clock is running. East Mississippi with the football after that 15-yard penalty. Little pump and go. Now the quarterback wanting to run. He is hit and stopped after a minimum gain of about maybe 3 on the play. So he moves the ball to the 28-yard line where it'll be a second down. Second down, and let's call it 7.
Adam, it goes without saying, we've got to stop them on this drive. We don't need to go down 3 scores here with 9:30 left in the ball game.
We do want to thank everyone watching here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. Hit us up on Twitter at Let'sGoICC and let us know you're watching. Play action. Looking to pass downfield. Pocket collapse, and the Indians come up and make the play. Good stop that time. Back to the original line of scrimmage is the quarterback. Clock continues to run here. 9:20 and counting. ICC trailing in the ball game by the score of 38-24. Should be a 3rd down and 7 situation. Actually, they give him a gain of 1 on the play.
3rd and 6. Big play here, Adam. They got the ball at our 27-yard line.
So possession down here for the Lions. They have been money on these possession downs all night. Dropping back to pass. Pressure coming across the middle, and the pass is clocked and out of bounds. Good enough for the 1st down. Moves the ball inside the 15-yard line down to the 13. That time they just made the play.
No doubt about it, Adam. Another set of fresh downs. 1st and 10, East Mississippi. As you've mentioned, the ball's at our 13-yard line. I look for them to start running the ball to run the clock also, Adam.
So not East Mississippi. They're going to put as many points on the board as they can. So the Lions with it, dropping back to pass.
And I'm wrong as usual.
And now he's looking to run after being forced out of the pocket. Going to turn up the field and get just shy of the 10 down to about the 11-yard line is where the Lions will have it. It'll be a 2nd down.
2nd and 8. You got 2 yards with the clock's running. 8.5 minutes left. 38-24 Lions over our Indians, and Lions driving the ball. Is on the 11-yard line of ICC.
Indians defense just got to find a way. See if they can force a field goal, maybe block it, or maybe see if we can't get a turnover. Once again, looking to pass. Pressure over the middle. There comes the Indians. A sonic sack all the way back to the 20-yard line. Big-time play there for the Indians. It was a bull rush. It looks like it was the big man, number 92, the first one to get back there, Jaquez Nelson. He's out of Oxford, Mississippi, coming in with a big-time play for the Indians.
That's a big play, Adam. We pushed them back to the 20-yard line. That's a 37-yard field goal from there. Let's see if we can stop them again.
So it'll be a 3rd down and 17 situation here for the Lions. Snap back's a little high, pump fakes. Now wants to run the screen. There's the Indians. Reading it out nicely that time was number 24, Atarius Moore, coming up and making the play and knocking them back for another loss of 2. It'll be a 4th down and a half a mile to go.
Adam, it's going to be roughly a 40-yard field goal attempt. Either 39 or 40-yard field goal attempt, and they're going to try it. We'll call it a 39-yard attempt.
So they're going to mark this one, as Mr. Jim said, it's the 29, so it'll be a 39-yard attempt. Boy, the Indians have blocked 1 kick already this year. Actually, 2. Be a big time to get that 3rd one here. 7 minutes to play. East Mississippi, bad snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Just sneaks that one across as he makes that 39-yard field goal, and East Mississippi takes a 41-24 lead here with 6:57 to go in the 4th quarter. We're going to take a break and be back with more right after this on FM 95 Sports and Let'sGoICCTV.com.
Man, if they sold these pretzel dogs at the stadium,
oh, everybody would love it.
Getting a hot dog on a premium pretzel bun with melty cheese sauce and crispy bacon here.
Oh, no thanks. I already got one.
The summer's biggest hit is the premium pretzel dog. This is how you Sonic.
No one loves the new Dunked Ultimate Chicken Sandwich more than 2-time dunk champion Zach Levine.
That's right.
Except maybe 2-time dunk champion Zach Levine from the future.
I have 2 sandwiches.
No one dunks like Sonic.
And welcome back to action. 6:57 to go here in the 4th quarter of play. East Mississippi with a 41-24 lead over the Indians. East Mississippi, the number 1 team in the country, and they have had to fight for one tonight, Jim.
No doubt about it, Adam. They big-time field goal by East Mississippi there. Still got plenty of time, Adam. Plenty of time, and the way we've moved the ball tonight, we got a chance. We're down 41-24. Got to go down the field here.
They return the kickoff from the 10-yard line and get it across the 20 down to about the 21 is where the Indians will have it with a first down and 10 situation here, trailing 41-24. We do want to remind you, tune in tomorrow night here on FM 95 Sports. You can listen to Amory and Houston. It'll be the last non-division game of the season for Amory as the Panthers and the Hilltoppers tangle there on FM 95 Sports. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. 6:50 to go here in the fourth quarter. ICC trailing 41-24 to East Mississippi. Indians need to get something going here in a hurry. Ellington, your quarterback, gets the snap and goes to the short route. That's going to be Christian Salisbury across to make the catch, and it should be good for the first down. Clock stops with 6:45 to play here. Indians rushing across the field. Okay, I'm about to say they're not motioning a first down, but now they do, and of course they say run the clock now before the ball sets.
It cost us a little time there, hadn't it?
Yes. First down and 10. Ellington, throw across the middle. That's Terry Williams, and Williams catches it for another first down. Back-to-back first downs being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox.
It's a flag, Adam.
But there is a flag down. Yep, ICC had too much good going, so the official's like, no, sorry. We're going to have to stop this for you.
I think Dan Ellington is frustrated. I believe it's against us.
Yeah, I really want to see those final stats tonight. We will most definitely mention that one. And this one going against the Indians again. I want to say the Indians are going to be close to possibly 12 to 15 penalties in the contest. See what the official makes up here.
Illegal shift.
So, illegal shift.
Adam, we're going to have to calm you down.
No, we're not. What
the official makes up.
He did. There was nothing. Nobody moved on that play that time for the Indians.
You're right. We had too long of a completion.
So it'll be a first down and 15 situation here for the Indians. Man in motion, that's Dinkins. Ellington with time to throw, gets it out. The pass is complete, and it's going to be back to the original line of scrimmage as the pass complete to Salisbury. A gain of 5 on the play brings up a second down. Second down and 10 now. 6:05 and counting to go here in the fourth quarter. And so Ellington gets the snap. Now looking to run. Flushed out of the pocket. Going to get to the sideline. Picks up a nice block, and it's going to be a solid pickup there. Bring up a third down and short situation here. Clock stops with 5:48 to play here in the fourth quarter.
3rd and 3, Adam. As you mentioned, we got 5:48 left in the ball game. We're down 41-24. We are driving.
So the Indians quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Third down and 3 here after that gain of 7 by Ellington. Ellington sends Dinkins in motion, and a quick route, and there's going to be, hey, ICC picks up the first down, but guess what? There's a flag down. Let's see what they make up this time.
It's almost getting funny.
This 5:32 to play here. Flag is down.
It's offsides.
Offsides on East Mississippi. Hell hath frozen over, ladies and gentlemen. A flag against the Lions here in the fourth quarter, and the Indians pick up the first down. Ellington looking to pass. Is complete to the sideline, and Salisbury gets out of bounds. Pickup of 11 on the play there. Clock stops with 5:19.
Good throw and catch. Good job by Salisbury. Got out of bounds, Adam. 1st and 10 Indians. We're at the 45-yard line of East Mississippi. We're down 41-24, 5:12 left in the ball game.
Ellington gets the snap. Looking to the sideline. The pass is caught. No, they say it's incomplete. And right there in front of the Indian sideline, not getting a big argument out of the coaches on the sideline, but it did stop the clock. That was the bonus situation there. So bring up a second down and 10 now here for the Indians. 5:04 to play in the fourth quarter. ICC trailing 41-24. Dr. Prohaska checking in. She says she agrees with me as well. I think if you're an ICC fan, yeah. Hey, another flag is down.
We're moving this time.
This one is going to be against ICC.
I think it's legit.
Yeah. So the entire offensive line, that's real professional there. Referee seeing everybody but this center moving that time. Taking a look at some final scores. Gulf Coast rallies. They come back and win 48-25 over East Central. Jones County leading Colin 35-10. That's in the fourth quarter. It's final. Northeast defeats Southwest 36-19. And Holmes wins 41-0 over Delta. Ellington steps up in the pocket. Now looking to throw down the sideline. And a lot of contact downfield, but the ball goes out of bounds. 4:51 to go here in the fourth quarter. ICC trailing 41-24 to East Mississippi and the officials. Sorry, now I'm just doing it for entertainment purposes.
I know it. All right, third down. 3rd and 15. We're down 41-24. 4:51 left in the ball game. Looks like 2 down territory to me, Adam.
Most definitely so. ICC with it now. 3rd down and 15, as Jim mentioned. Slash is in motion. Ellington just going to lob this one up and throws it out of bounds as that pass falls incomplete. They were looking for the screen pass.
Yep. And they read it. They
East Mississippi, they were on top of that one. So to bring up a 4th down and 15 situation here. 4:45 to play. It looks like ICC is going to punt this one away.
Try to play some defense here.
One of those situations where you're just trying to drive them back in this situation. And the 4th down and long, I think if it's a 4th down and 10, maybe 4th down and 8 situation, they roll the dice, but they are going to try to punt this one away. Man back to receive for East Mississippi is standing at the 10. This is Hayden Franklin set to step into this kick. A spiraling kick angled towards the sideline. Fair catch is called, and it's going to roll and roll and roll down. Touch it. There you go. Rolls down to the 10-yard line, about the 11 is where the Indians will down it, and East Mississippi will have it 1st and 10.
Hayden Franklin's had a good night tonight. He's averaging over 40 yards a punt, the freshman. Good job punting the football.
So it'll be a 1st down and 10 situation here. 4:32 to go in the fourth quarter. ICC trailing the #1 team in the country by the final score of 41-24. East Mississippi will have the football here. We'll see if East Mississippi elects to try to work some clock in this situation. But that's not their MO. So it'll be a 1st down and 10. 4:32 left in this one. And they do keep it on the ground this time. It's going to be a handoff to the lone running back. Slips off one tackle. Now busts across the middle. Picks up a block out to the 30. Still going across the 35 down to about the 36-yard line. Give credit where credit's due that time, Mr. Jim. I believe that was number 8. That is going to be Atkins on the carry, and that was just an impressive run.
No doubt about it. Tyrell Price, he's already got 2 touchdowns tonight. The running back from Lafayette playing very well for East Mississippi.
And there's going to be a fumble on the snap. Going to try to pick it up and see what he can make happen. He gets out to about the 35, make it the 34-yard line. So a gain of 2 on the play, and even 4 minutes to go in this one.
Good job by our defense, Adam. Still playing hard. You want to see keep playing hard. Let's be honest. We're down 41-24. 3:55 left in the ball game. Probably not going to come back and win it, but please play with passion. Keep playing hard, and I know Sean Cannon will keep them going.
Absolutely. That's one thing we have not had to question out of this ICC squad this year is the heart that belongs to this ICC Indian crew. Give is going to be to the running back in the backfield. That's going to be number 7. He is hit and flipped over and down as that was number 7, Mark on the carry. Number 11, Devin Hollis, the reigning MACJC Player of the Week, in on the tackle, as that's going to be a gain of about 9. So it'll be a 3rd down and 1 situation. Snap, and this is going to be a give to the running back in the backfield. He is stacked up, and a nice play there by ICC. A loss on the play, a loss of 1, so it's going to bring up a 4th down and long situation here for EMCC.
Good job by Cartavius Ivy, defensive lineman, freshman from Amory, Mississippi. I think he was in on that play to make that tackle, Adam. Big-time play, forcing them to punt the football.
And East Mississippi looking to the sideline, trying to decide what they want to do here.
They might run it all the way down.
Yeah, I would say probably
penalty.
Maybe take a penalty here. Or timeout. Or, I mean, still, yeah, they're going to take the timeout. Looks like ICC is going to take the timeout here. Sean Cannon giving the official an earful there as he was calling the timeout, begging for the timeout. And then about 8 seconds later, the official finally gives it to him. They're getting paid by the minute in this one, apparently. As 2:42 to go in this one. Let's take a break. Hear a word from Little Caesars. We'll be back with more right after this on FM 95 Sports and Let's Go ICCTV.com.
I got a great deal on pizza.
You went to Little Caesars and got an extra most bestest with the most cheese and pepperoni for just $6.
I got a terrible deal on pizza.
Give me that.
Get the most cheese and most pepperoni at the nation's best price. Little Caesars $6 extra most bestest.
Pizza, pizza.
And welcome back. East Mississippi going to come out and go for it here on 4th down and 3 to go. And the give is going to be to the running back to the outside. There was a hold on the corner, and East Mississippi is going to get it across for the first down. No flags down. Are you serious?
I'm shocked they went for it.
Yeah, you saw an ICC player get taken to the turf after he was almost there for the play. They do get the first down. Oh, my goodness. You saw it right there. For those watching on Let'sGoICCTV.com, you can't get any more obvious than it is now, or has been all night tonight. So the clock now down to 2:14 in counting. In this one, East Mississippi now going to watch the clock and maybe run it down on this one. And the give is going to be to the running back out of the backfield. He's got at the corner another hold, and that's going to be slip off one tackle. How did they miss that? Watch the corner right there. The wide receiver, number 3, with a handful of jersey on number 16, Tyrese Quinn. Spins Tyrese Quinn around, and the officials just, I guess they're trying to let the clock run out on this one. I don't know, folks. I mean, I'm replaying these, and you guys are seeing it right there at home. Timeout taken by ICC. 1:45 to go in this one. Oh, Mr. Jim, let me take this timeout opportunity to apologize for those fans that may have been getting tired of listening to me kind of go on and on about the officials tonight. But, folks, I've replayed it. If you're watching here on Let'sGoICCTV.com, there have been people that have texted me as well about plays I haven't even mentioned tonight. So once at the end of the night, we'll take a look at some Sonic stats if East Mississippi will bring those to us at the end of the night to talk about the penalties. And they have been lopsided, ladies and gentlemen, and they have come in situations that I'm not going to say change the outcome of the game, but will most definitely change the way this final score reflects.
It didn't help us. Let's be honest, Adam. It did not help us tonight. And I like Sean Cannon timeout here. He wants the defense to show some pride here. Let's keep them out of the end zone. Because we know East Mississippi's not going to take their foot off the pedal. 41-24 lead, a minute 45 left. They got the ball on our 16-yard line.
So it'll be a first down and 10. They're going to throw it. Go into the corner of the end zone, and that's going to be a jump ball and a touchdown. So East Mississippi up 41-24, and they throw for the 17-yard touchdown pass.
I don't agree with them throwing the football, but hey, that's just me.
Well, you look who the coach is, and we've seen the Netflix series. We've seen all that kind of stuff, and if you're surprised by that, you obviously don't have Netflix. 1:38 to play here, and it's now 47-24. 1:38 to play. Remind you, ICC will be at home next week against Pearl River in non-division play. That'll be Military Appreciation Night. Awaiting the PAT here. The kick is up, and the kick is good. East Mississippi takes a 48-24 lead here over the Indians with 1:38 to play. As we await the First American National Bank kickoff, we'll keep it here. And I tell you what, Mr. Jim, you see Sean Cannon out there getting after his defense, upset that they gave up that point late. You're going to look at the box score tomorrow, folks. You're going to see this final score not indicative of the way this game has been played.
Oh, it's a very close ball game. No doubt about it, Adam. If you're an ICC fan, you should be proud tonight. We played very well tonight. Just came out a little bit short here. East Mississippi's a good football team, and they deserve to win this ball game, but there are several calls that we don't agree with. That's just part of football. Our boys have played hard. They've played well tonight. We have a good football team. A lot of games to be played later in the year. Keep your head up. Keep playing hard. 48-24, minute 38 left in the ball game. East Mississippi kicking off to our Indians.
Be a First American National Bank kickoff here coming up for East Mississippi. We do invite you to stay tuned for the Renaissance Bank post-game report, as we'll talk about some stats, pick our star of the game, and much more, part of that Renaissance Bank post-game report. Driving kick will go about 4 yards into the end zone. Terry Williams thought about running it out, takes the knee, And that's where the Indians will have it now, starting with a first down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Mr. Jim, this is where you take and come in, practice your 2-minute drill here in the final minutes of this ball game and see what you can make happen.
No doubt about it, Adam. Play with pride, play with class. We're not going to win the ball game 48-24, but keep playing hard with 1:38 left in the ball game.
We do invite you to remind you to go by and thank Joey Cox, your Sonic there in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottlers, the ICC Baptist Student Union, the ICC Wesley Foundation, Little Caesars, Food Giant, Renaissance Bank, Bank of Okolona, and Choice Pond for help bringing this broadcast and all ICC athletic broadcasts your way this season here on FM 95 Sports. Ellington, your quarterback. Play action. Pass across the middle is caught to Thomas. He is going to be hit and drilled at the 40-yard line. Picks up the first down and a little bit more there, as they're now inside 1.5 minutes to play here in the contest. The Indians rushing to the line of scrimmage. Ellington awaiting the snap. Looking towards the sideline. Nothing there. Now it's just going to throw this one upfield, and is that one caught? Wow, what a catch that time by number 19. I believe that's Honeycutt coming up and making a big-time play out to the 45-yard line. An impressive play for only a gain of 5.
Good-looking play. Adam, I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to have close to 600 yards on offense for the Indians.
And that many in penalties. And the pass out is to the flat and complete. That'll be another first down for the Indians. The clock stops with 57 seconds to play here. Indians, though, not going quietly into the night, trying to march down the field and see if they can get their 2-minute offense some practice here in live action. See if they can find a way to drive down the field and put some more points on the board.
Good-looking drive, Adam. Let's keep it going.
So Ellington with 3 receivers up top, play action, pass over the middle. Ooh, just off the fingertips that time of Honeycutt. Had to get rid of that one in a hurry. Pass falls incomplete with 52 seconds on the clock. 48-24 is your score in this one. Remind you to stay tuned for the Little Caesars post-game report, as we'll talk about some of the things and preview next week's game against Pearl River here on FM 95 Sports. Remind you can tune in tomorrow night and see or listen to Houston versus Amory here on FM 95 Sports. Ellington gets the snap, zips it across the way, and the pass, is it complete? It is. What an impressive catch that time. Was that Terry Williams? Of course it was Terry Williams. That guy right there is money.
Adam, he's a D1 player. I don't care how big he is. He's got at least 15 catches tonight. He will catch it if it's close to him.
So the Indians quickly trying to get downfield, throw out to the flat, and it is caught, and that is going to be Slash trying to get to the out of bounds. Good job that time by East Mississippi not letting him go. A positive pickup there for Christian Salisbury. And now the Indians down to about 28 seconds. And ICC trying to get the plays from the sideline. 23 seconds now on the clock. East Mississippi making some substitutions. Ellington trying to hurry up his line, saying, get down, let's snap the ball. Ellington gets the pass. Now looking to go deep. He's got a man jump ball, and that's got to be a flag. Are you serious? How could he not throw the... I mean, I know how he didn't throw the flag, but look at the top receiver up there. He could not get his second hand up to go after the ball. The East Mississippi player had him basically holding his hand to keep him from catching the ball that time. It don't matter. I mean, it's 48-24, but this has gotten ridiculous. 3rd down and 5. Ellington, pass out to the flat is complete, and it'll be out of bounds. Good for another pickup of first down. With 4 seconds to play in this one, ICC with enough time to possibly
throw it in the end zone.
Yeah, just get it and chunk it towards the end zone.
Let's get a touchdown here. This would be great. Ball's on 21, 4 seconds left in the ball game. Probably the last play of the ball game. We're down 48-24. Let's get 7.
So Ellington coming to the line of scrimmage. East Mississippi dropping everybody back to the goal line. Ellington forced out of the pocket, now scrambling. Going to have to pick it up, and now he's going to try to run it on his own. Ellington looking to try to pick up some blocks, and he can't do so, and that will do it. East Mississippi that time dropped everybody but 3 players towards the goal line, and that will be your final. East Mississippi wins it by the final score of 48-24. We're going to look at some very interesting stats, part of our Little Caesars postgame report. Mr. Jim, I'm going to let you talk about this one, because if I do, I want to say something that ain't going to be nice. Your final thoughts on the game tonight?
My final thoughts is we played very well tonight. We lost 48-24. A lot of questionable calls, let's be honest.
Yes.
You know, some that we didn't like.
Yeah.
We had a lot of penalties. Some of them were legit. Some of them we don't think were legit. But, hey, we're not the referees. But we played hard all night. We played well offensively. Defensively, we stopped them sometimes. Sometimes we didn't. East Mississippi's a good football team. They deserve the victory, and give them credit.
Yes, we have been talking about that. Let's do not discredit East Mississippi, the #1 team in the country, for a reason, and prove it tonight with a 48-24 victory over the Indians. We're going to take a timeout and come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report, talk about some Sonic stats and more here on FM 95 Sports, and let's go ICCTV.com.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
Need money now? Get a Choice Pawn loan on things you already own, like guns, boats, campers, trailers, recreational vehicles, and just about everything else. Get a loan from Choice Pawn in Fulton and Tupelo. Get cash today. ChoicePawn.com.
From the moment they were young, you cheered them on. You defended them and you encouraged them. Why? Because as a child's parent, you are their greatest influence. You always wanted them to be better, accomplish more, and make a difference. We want that too. At Itawamba Community College, we give them the opportunity to live a life above the bar.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We move now into the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC falls to the #1 team in the country, 48-24. Your final score. You see Coach Sean Cannon out there talking to his troops here. Mr. Jim, I tell you what, the Indians did everything they could, just could not catch some breaks. And we've already documented our thoughts on the calls tonight. But just a tough one, tough pill to swallow tonight for the Indians.
No doubt about it. And let's give credit where credit's due. East Mississippi won the ball game 48-24, and they probably did deserve to win the game. We don't think by this many points, but they did win the game. We were talking on the air, and I make plenty of mistakes, believe me, but we hit this one tonight. We did have over 600 yards of offense. We had 611 yards. They had 509 yards. Dan Ellington, who has not come out of the game yet, threw 59 times, completed 41. Time possession, we had the ball 36 minutes. They had it 23 minutes. Penalties, we had close to 100 yards of penalties. Yeah. We think that's low.
Yeah, I would say they only had the official. These are not official stats, but the stat keeper for East Mississippi only has them with 11 penalties. They had 7 at halftime. Yeah, he missed about 5 more penalties there. So I'm going to say easily over 120 yards in penalties tonight against the Indians. Only 2 flags all night against East Mississippi for 25 yards. Home cooking at its finest. Let's take a look at some more stats. Terry Williams tonight, 16 catches, 197 yards, a long reception of 27 yards there as well. For Hayden Franklin, he punted the ball 4 times for an average of 39.5 yards per kick. Punt returns, Indians just could not quite get anything going special teams tonight. You had a punt return 1 time, 8 yards for Terry Williams. You had 4 returns on kickoffs for 67 yards for Keyshawn Hurd. And then Quinshea Hurd led the way with 9 tackles. Of course, these stats, as always, unofficial on the evening. We'll take a look at some scoring here and take you through that. This is being brought to you by Sonic, and we'll take him up a few things here. In the first quarter, it was Dan Ellington finding Jamel Thomas for a 34-yard touchdown pass at the 12:44 mark of the first quarter to take a 7-0 lead. Then Price added a 1-yard run. It was tied at 7-7. That was at the 9:40 mark of the first quarter. Crabtree added a 38-yard field goal. That was at 5:56 left there in the first quarter as well. Second quarter, it was Price with his second touchdown run of the night, coming from 11 yards out, 9:38 to play in the second quarter. Ellington added a 5-yard touchdown run, 5:10 to go in the second quarter, and that's where we took it at halftime with East Mississippi leading by the score of 17-14. Third quarter, it was I got a 21-yard run there in the third quarter by Scott. That made it 24-14 in favor of East Mississippi. Comer added a 23-yard field goal, 24-17 contest in favor of East Mississippi. Scott had a 59-yard run. We replayed it. You saw a hold that the officials missed there on the sideline that freed that one up for the 59-yard touchdown run there. Crabtree added the kick. It was 31-17 at the end of the third quarter. Fourth quarter, the Indians quickly scored with 5 seconds off the clock. Ellington hit long on an 8-yard pass, 31-24 East Mississippi. Then Scott found Rogers on a 29-yard pass. That was less than a minute later. On that one, it was 38-24 in favor of East. Crabtree added a 39-yard field goal. That's 6:57 left there in the fourth quarter. And then East Mississippi, I guess they needed a little bit more breathing room. They throw a 17-yard touchdown pass to make it a 48-24 final there in favor of that one. The Indians got to rebound and rally. They don't go back into division play next week. They take on Pearl River. That'll be for Military Appreciation Night. Jim, I mean, it's hard to win here, period, because East Mississippi's a very good football team. But when you don't get the breaks and when you have over 100 yards in penalties to only 2 penalties called all night against one of the best teams in the country, you can't win.
And also, Adam, let's look at this. The positive here is we had over 600 yards of offense. Plus, you got to remember, twice we had the ball in the red zone, went for it on fourth down, and didn't make it. So that's 2 more touchdowns, potential touchdowns, that would have made a huge difference in this game. Hey, give East Mississippi credit. They stopped us on those fourth down plays. But let me say this. We moved the ball up and down the field. Just came up a little short. Very proud of the performance tonight, especially offensively. And glad to see they get Chris Long, the tight end, involved in the ball game. He had 5 or 6 catches. Very proud of the efforts tonight.
Absolutely. A lot of positives in the loss tonight here for the Indians. Your final score in this one, 48-24. Let's take a quick timeout here. A word from Renaissance Bank, and we'll be back to wrap things up here on FM 95 Sports and Let's Go ICCTV.com.
You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, one final time here from Scuba. And that's going to do it for this presentation of ICC Athletics here on FM 95 Sports, powered by Let'sGoICCTV.com. Remember to join us next Thursday here on FM 95 Sports and Let'sGoICCTV.com, the Red Channel, as the Indians will step out of division play to host Pearl River Community College. The First American National Bank opening kickoff is scheduled for 7, with a Choice Pond pregame show coming your way at 6:40. Now it'll be Military Appreciation Night, so all the brave men and women of the armed forces and their families will get free admission to the game, and they are invited to be part of a special halftime ceremony to honor their sacrifice to protect our freedoms that we enjoy every day. Now, we'd like to say a special thank you to Miss Tina Harlow back in the studios in Amory. Remember, you can hear the hits of yesterday every day on FM 95 Sports and FM95Radio.com. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night as Amory will travel to Houston to take on the Hilltoppers, and the final non-division game of the season kickoff is at 7. So for camera operators Austin Blansett and Raphael Henry, social media operator Cal Brown, photographer Lee Adams, my sidekick and ICC Foundation Director Mr. Jim Ingram, I'm Adam Gore saying good night from Scuba. The Indians fall 48-24 to number 1 East Mississippi. Have a blessed weekend, ladies and gentlemen, and as always, Roll Tribe.
From the moment they were young, you cheered them on. You defended them and you encouraged them. Why? Because as a child's parent, you are their greatest influence. You always wanted them to be better, accomplish more, and make a difference. We want that too. At Itawamba Community College, we give them the opportunity to live a life above the bar.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. and know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.